And we are recording. Yippee! It's been like 10 bazillion thousand years. But we're back, baby! We're here! It's Toonkind DnD. Good morning, good evening, good night, and good day, wherever you are. It is time to play a game. And thanks, everybody, for being very patient, because it's been a long time since I did it. Yeah, so we're playing a game. I'm just going to introduce the players and their lovely characters before we get into anything else. Please introduce yourselves one at a time.
Hi, it's me, the local bastard of not the Scarlet Old Tavern for fucking once. I'm Lewis. I'm playing Tobias. It's been 10,000 years. And it will be 10,000 years once more after this game.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Hi, I'm Uni. I'm playing Larry. It's also been 10,000 years.
Wow.
You both sound so certain about this. I understand. I haven't given them much reason to be confident in me because I've been doing sort of mysterious hee-hee-hoo-hoo dances in the background. And they're like, we trust you. Mod, person who is notorious for being trustworthy.
We're not uncertain about you. We're uncertain about us. You came to me with this idea years ago, and I've been excited ever since.
I feel bad it's taken me so long to get here, but life happened. It's been a lot lately.
Life does happen.
It really surely do. To the point that Uni came to visit me in person before this game finally fucking happened. So there we go.
And I'll do it again.
Yeah! Oh god, quick, before she gets on a plane, we've got to finish this game. Alright, so, as from the title card, which will be blinding you right now, no apologies made, I based it off like the original comics colors. That's color dropped, baby. It's Batman and Robin. No, it's not. It's Ratman and Bobin, because we avoid legal suits here because some people don't have a sense of humor when it comes to their IP and parodies of it.
I don't know what you could possibly be talking about.
I don't know either. But yes, the engineer has, in fact, contrary to popular belief and the lack of games depicting it, has been making movies. You know, the director who makes movies, he does that still. So he has been making these. Just to straighten out the timeline a little bit, partly because Tobias is going through some stuff lately, and there was also
don't worry about it.
There was also this whole thing with this goose character and like an Ace Attorney type scene. That hasn't happened yet. Okay, we're just going to retroactively slot this one in. It's not like DC has never done that. Game. So, yeah, I'm allowed to call bullshit with my timeline as well if actual comics...
You're legally permitted.
I am legally permitted to do this. So, of course, the engineer, being a very sensible person who is, best friends with the Yakuza who were trying to assassinate him, and this jester guy who's just, a piece of shit. Well, the engineer does have a history of parody films. Yesteryear depicts the Yakuza in a slightly warmer light, and he did in fact make a parody film featuring a version of Chuck L. Muscle, the former Yakuza boss, in a film called The Good Father. And much to his surprise, Chuck really liked it, to the point that he turned up to the premiere and the gala and sort of awkward friendship, but hey, there's no such thing as bad publicity, so that was an unexpected turnaround for that film. This film, he's proper, not to refer to that actual film, but knives out, no mercy for the jester. This is absolutely lampooning the hell out of this guy. So, he's always wanted to cast Larry as the hero, because Larry is just beautifully rare in the Toonkind actor landscape as being hilarious and deadpan, and also just incredibly athletic and noodly. There's a lot going for Larry as a main protagonist, because he's been cast as a villain before, which he did really, really well. He's been the straight guy, which he also did really, really well. But he's been champing at the bit to get this guy into a superhero costume. So that's what's happened. So Larry, you are Ratman. You are the defender of good in the dark. You took upon yourself the aspect of that which all people who live in Toontown, that's kind of New Yorky, fear the most, and that is a rat. Ah, yes, the most fearsome beast. You have this cute little mask with a cute little nose with little whiskers drawn on it, and you've got your beautiful manta ray cape, which you already had, and it's been given a little bit of flocking, so, you're a bit more fuzzy than the original cape probably intended, this being an actual wondrous item, I think, from D&D, which allows lots of swimming movement, which is, useful for someone of your disposition. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. It's nice to know if there's swimming shenanigans, he won't die.
Yeah. We don't want that. But also the aesthetic. You got a big swooshy cape, and you use that to great effect in the Star Wars films. So yeah, Angie was like, we need to put you in a cape. Yes, capes. Sorry, Edna Mode. We need them in this film. And the other person who's wearing a cape is your little sidekick, Bobbin. Bobbin, you are a very brightly coloured, young, not as young as a child. You wouldn't have a sidekick who was a child. Who would expose a child to sort of the adventures?
Do that?
I don't know.
That would be
Superheroes would
ridiculous.
never do that. But Bobbin was an aspiring tailor, and through a sequence of tragic events, decided to team up with Ratman to save the world. And you have these cool little, like, yo-yo-esque gadgets, but they're like threads on, like, spindles and stuff. You are the yo-yo man. That's your, like, main power.
I am the yo-yo master.
You are the yo-yo master, so you can, like, tie people up in threads, but you can also use them to swing about a little bit like Spider-Man, but less cool. And of course, this is a comedy film, so there's a lot of slap bang, and sometimes your heroic attempts do go a little bit awry. So if you roll badly, you could probably say, oh well, that's just that was on purpose. We can work it into the film. There's lots of those.
All part of the plan.
There's lots of those 2D sound effect cards coming up. The wham, pow, bam. They're having a really good time. This film is supposed to be a release. Everybody needs a laugh right now, and the person that everybody wants to laugh at the most is the jester, and the engineer is here to make sure that happens as frequently as possible. Needless to say, this has all been a very hush-hush movie to get away with it, basically, because they don't want anybody sabotaging this film, and it's been going really, really well. You've had the whole backstory with Ratman making his decision and Bobbin getting in on the team, and you've solved one big case, and then these bad guys are like, oh no, people in tights and wearing their underpants over the front of those tights, we've got to do something about this. Just for the fashion alone, we can't have this. I didn't call him the Joker. I nearly said it though. The Fool is the main arch nemesis of Ratman, who's this really goofy clown guy. It's actually played by Eric. I don't know if anybody else remembers Eric from
I remember Eric.
Brokeback Mountain. Basically, he was the only one that fit the costume. Eric is a little bit taller than most of the other owls, and they also, occasionally have been putting him in stilettos or platform boots to make up the height difference, but then the camera cuts wide and it's just hugely apparent how tiny this guy is next to you two. You'll do a
He's
perspective
just a little
shot.
guy.
You'll do a perspective shot and he looks like he's looming over you and he's just... It's very embarrassing, and a lot of laughs have been had.
Well,
so
I
far.
mean, adds to the absurdity.
It is. Now, some days on film, everything seems to just go like a dream. It's like the gods themselves want this to happen, and you just say the lines perfectly. You've had a lot of days like that. Today is not that day, and it's a real bummer because today is a big scene. It's kind of the finale. You're in a factory. You know how villains love hunkering down in old abandoned factories, like chemical factories and stuff. So
Famously.
the engineer has actually hired out one of the Acme factories for this. So, kind of sweating because it's McConaughey conscious property and they're not allowed to like actually blow up the set like usual. Like normally that's not an issue. This time it's not a good idea.
You fucking wish you were able to blow this shit up.
However, it is an Acme factory, so they do expect an amount of exploding to happen. Like that's part of their product, really. But you've got this...
They're insured for it.
Yeah. You've got this wonderful setup, though, with a conveyor belt and machines that, like, squash things or cut things up. And the main gag of this scene is that you've been given a bomb, and you're supposed to be trying to get rid of this bomb, but you keep dropping it, and it goes on the conveyor belt, and it goes around again, and you have to chase after it on the conveyor belt in the wrong direction, which is the most inefficient way of getting after it. Lots of things like that. There's forklift truck humor. Everybody had to get forklift truck certified to make this film. Actually, yeah, let's roll that real quick. Okay, so I'm going to make this an intelligence-based roll. Let's see how well you did on your forklift truck licensing, because depending on how well
good.
this goes...
Intelligence rolls.
You might be
Larry's
like playing some toys.
Straight intelligence? Lovely.
Yeah, because unfortunately there's no mechanical...
real dice for this. I'm not using any...
physical dice.
But...
Oh, good. Oh, beautiful. Perfect.
I will also be doing a lot of secret dice rolling, so if you hear clattering, no you didn't.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
My favorite sentence, my catchphrase. That is a 17 plus 1.
Ooh, okay.
Alright, Bobins got this. Bobins allowed to drive.
Like, Tobias, you pass with flying colours.
Certified.
You are doing donuts in this thing. You can dodge around those corners that you're like, oh, he's not gonna make it. Oh, he does, yeah! And everyone's very impressed.
You're showing off every time they're not, like, filming.
Larry, tell me about that 8.
He figured out... You know what, Larry is a biker. He rides on his bicycle everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't understand things more complicated than bike. He pretty much figured out the pedal to move forward.
Honestly, that's more than most people intuitively know, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know how hard it is to drive one of those.
I'm imagining at some point, like, he somehow managed to pull an Austin Powers and just, like, get a vehicle completely sideways wedged in the middle of a hallway.
Oh no. Groovy baby thought nobody, as this was not good, or whatever the line is.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's very, very good. I'm so sorry, but that is very funny. Okay, so, if certain toys become available to you, this means that Bobbin can drive the forklift trucks. Larry, you can try to, but you will do so at, like, disadvantage and probably crash into things as a result, just so you know. Yeah, so today everything is not going super groovily. It is not Austin Powers' Shagtastic. It's like, you know, your line delivery is good, but things keep happening that throw you off. Like, you know, someone drops the clapperboard, rather, and it makes a terrific noise and they have to do the take again. Or you do the perfect take, and then they check the gate, and all the films got snarled up inside the camera so it can't be used. Things like that just keep happening today.
It's just a very bad day.
It's just no good bad day. And, like, the engineer is very determined to try and get something usable out of today because they've only got this space for a certain amount of time. You do have, like, more than today. But, you know, time is money. You gotta try your best. So you just keep trying, you keep trying. And the straw that breaks the metaphorical camel's back is that part of the cabling breaks loose overhead, and this, you know those massive, like, claw things that you use to carry heavy crates in nets and stuff? One of those comes swinging down and barely misses Larry. It's, like, so close, and everyone's just like, cut! What? That was not okay. How did that even happen? Where did it come from? And, like, everything's been kind of annoying till now, and then that happens, and it's like, that was scary. Like, the engineer comes right up to you and is just like, I'm so sorry, are you okay?
Yeah, man, I'm good.
Okay, but I'm not okay. You shouldn't be okay about that. I am not alright with what just happened. We're gonna take 10 I'm gonna find out who caused that, if it was anybody tangible, or if the gods have just decided that today, and as he's trying to, like, blame the atmosphere for this, all the lights turn out.
Oh, good.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that's just terrific. Okay, right. You two stay here, and you can see the engineer perfectly because he's glowing bright red because he's so fucking done with today. He's like, you two stay together. We've got maximum security. I'm sure it's just the fuses that are blown, and they're not the only fuses that are about to blow if nobody fixes it. And he's like stomping up to try and figure out what is happening. And at this point, I'm going to try and share my screen, which I haven't done before. I'm nervous. I'm going to try and share my screen. I'm selecting the right program. I'm going to allow it. Yes. Okay. If you can see this, tell me, because I know if it's working. All right.
It's working. You're fine.
It's working. Yippee! All right. So this circle is what you can see.
Tiny little circle.
Yeah, this little circle right here is you two. So the blue one is Larry, and the red one is Tobias, or rather, this is Ratman, and this is Bobbin, because Bobbin, you have the least stealthy costume in the history of superhero costumes. It is like...
You did this to me.
It's luminous. Jesus. Who came up with... That's not... Oh my god. Well, I mean...
That's why we can see a little bit around us, is because I'm so colorful
Yeah.
and it's actually like...
At least it makes sense with Bobbin, right? Because you're about fashion, you're flashy, and you've got all these brightly coloured strings. It's not like it would be like a common garden bird that's actually mostly brown. Anyway, so yeah, this is all you can see right now. You do vaguely remember, in fact, I'm going to give you like a little sneak peek. This is what you vaguely remember.
Wow.
And you can't see it anymore because it's all gone dark. And you kind of get mixed up in these places, honestly. It's like, yeah, it takes a lot to remember everything. But right down here,
It's a big
you're like
factory.
right
There's
next
stuff
to
everywhere.
you're right next to the conveyor belt, which isn't on at the moment. Everything shut off when the lights turned off. So, you know, at least that's one less hazard. And there's a little door next to you in some room, but you really don't know what's going on. So I'm going to immediately just ask you to play this out as your characters would. How are you feeling? What would you do immediately?
Oh god, I gotta get back into Tobias. I've been trying all day. I think he's also a little bit frustrated at everything happening, but like, who wouldn't be, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just everything keeps happening.
Everything happens so much.
Everything happens so
Everything
much.
happens so much.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Larry, he is, if I'm being real, he's fine.
He's just fighting.
It's this whole experience has been kind of weird for him. Like he is still like a little bit just like, all right, I guess this movie is happening. Everything else since then has just been like, life is so weird, why not?
Why not? This might as well happen. I mean, actually, let's like
The king
just
of
check-
going with the flow.
Let's just check in with Larry, the king of going with the flow, because you're actually like the main protagonist in this film. You get like a lot of screen time, a lot of lines. You know, you'll have been personally coached all the time through this by the engineer. But how is that fitting with you? Is it like a lot, or are you like you're so used to this by now that it's not even a deal?
It is a little bit weird for him. It is he's done this enough that he's not like super uncomfortable or anything or freaking out about it like he might have in the past with that much attention, but it does still feel unnatural for him to be the center of attention.
I mean, you kind of deserve it though, because yeah, everybody loves Larry. You are a
I
celebrity.
mean, Larry's so cool.
Larry's so cool, right?
We love Larry.
Yeah, and I'm sure like Tobias you're like the best wingman that Larry could ask for. You two are like brothers, man. Like, how are you enjoying this film? Because you are very much a comedy character in this.
He hates the costume.
He hates the
Not
costume.
gonna lie to you, he hates the costume.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I mean, no one would actually wear that. Sincerely, it is supposed to look dreadful, and it really, like, you're a handsome dude, all right? Your non-binary swag is known throughout the land, and you can't pull off this outfit. It's not good.
Like, the engineer gave it to him, and he was like, I'm starting to think that you became a director just so that you could do that to people.
Yeah, honestly, like, maybe. I'm not gonna say that's not true. Yeah, unlocked canon from the engineer. Alright, I'm gonna do my first of several secret rolls. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, gang.
Alright, so, Larry, your passive perception is 10, right?
I believe so,
I think
yeah.
it is. I tried to memorize it. But, Tobias, yours is slightly higher than that. I think it's 12. So, you managed to
12.
beat one roll, and you both beat the other. It was 3. So, to the sort of north of you, you hear the sound of... It's like a sort of hollow wooden sound, a kind of clunk. You can't, it wasn't that dire of a roll that you understand what you heard, but you hear a clunk. And to your left, diagonally...
there's still a lot of people around them, so...
Yeah, there's you can actually distantly hear people calling back and forth. Occasionally you'll see the beam of a torch passing around.
Mm-hmm.
But
Someone fucking beefing it because they stepped on something.
Yeah, there's nothing terrible happening. There's no screams or anything. It's just oh, fucking, this... After everything else that's happened today, this is, not even surprising. They're just where is the fucking fuse box? This place is a labyrinth. Even our studio is not this crazy. But yeah, sort of diagonally up to the left. So I'm gonna say northwest.
Mm-hmm.
Took me a second to remember the points of the compass. I'm smart. Anyway, in that general direction, you can hear footsteps. But yeah, above you, clunk. Over there, footsteps. Yonder, footsteps break.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know if it would, really do anything to Tobias, because, again, as I said, there's people everywhere.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to move. I'm just, telling you what you hear.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know what, Larry, after a couple seconds, I'm gonna do a quick little hammer space roll.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. He just pulls out his banjo for a second and lights it up so that they can hopefully see a little better.
Okay.
The best flashlight.
I am going to make a little edit to the map then, because your circle of light does get a little bit bigger, but not by much, because otherwise this wouldn't be a fun game.
Not by much, that's fair.
This wouldn't be a fun game if it was like that. Okay, I've got to somehow do this whilst not holding up the game too much. Alright, considerably better. There we go. Just get rid of all this darkness over here. So yes, you can now much more clearly see that you are next to a door into this room, and there's part of a machine by the conveyor belt. You remember that was part of one of the later gags in the sequence that you never got to because everything kept going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I think honestly, Larry doesn't feel good just standing still waiting for other people to fix what's happening. So he is going to call out, "Boss, can we help?"
You're specifically calling for the engineer, right?
Yeah.
You don't get a response. He doesn't seem to be within, as it were, speaking distance. He hasn't heard that.
He's gone forever.
He's gone forever. Goodbye! No, you just assume that, he's left this general space because usually a fuse box is underneath somewhere or even up somewhere. So he's probably scrambling somewhere, trying to fix the wiring. This isn't actually too alarming to you, but you can't get direct conversational feedback from the engineer right now, it seems.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
fair.
mean, we can go check around on our own. We'll just find our way back here afterwards.
Yeah, and the lights come on.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Just making a
yeah.
roll here. That was a
This is so scary. This is
No.
actually scarier than I thought it would be.
this one isn't going to scare you. I rolled a natural 1 for this person.
Wow.
So you hear
Oh,
from
good.
distinctly from the north. Both of you hear.
Well, that was a big sneeze.
Larry is called Gazoonite.
Thank you. And then it suddenly goes quiet, like, huh? I wasn't supposed to say that. It sounded slightly muffled, like the words kind of like came through something, but yeah, you definitely heard that.
Do you mean to pause afterwards makes them go, oh?
Oh God, like I'm having trouble being like. At what point does the actual alarm bells go off?
Maybe you gotta find them before they can go up. No, I mean, like, things are gonna happen whether you stay here or not. It's how you want to play this game that matters. I can stay here all day.
I mean, Tobias would walk around, but Larry is the one with the light.
Yeah. You know what, Larry? Can he try and hop up in the direction of Sneezy?
Yeah, sure. So, big question. Are you staying together or are you splitting up?
Probably staying together, honestly.
Okay. Good. The engineer did tell you to do that. Alright, so we're not actually, like, in initiative order right now, so you can move as much as you want. And, you know, each of these little squares is 5 feet. Hence this rather narrow-looking door. But trust me, it's supposed to make sense. So you enter this room, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to stay
Wherever the sneeze came from.
Like, you direct me, because, like, I can keep moving if you want me to, or you can investigate your surroundings. You can also make perception rolls, you can cast spells, do whatever you want.
Yeah, probably perception, which, you know, plus 0 to it, but
Hey, you might
we'll
roll
do
a
an
nat 20.
investigation.
oh, that's a nat 20.
Wow!
You see? Never say die. Alright, we have a nat 20. I mean, you know, we can roll
That's
Bobbins.
a 17 again, plus 5.
I mean, damn! Alright, you guys... I think the sneeze definitely, like, jangled your nerves sufficiently that you're like... you know, the SpongeBob caveman.
For Tobias, it was like the audible pose after saying thank you.
Yeah. What?
Of someone who's not supposed to be here.
Okay, and part of how this perception roll is actually going to manifest is, like, you vaguely remember this room because you have done a scene in here. So there are several boxes you seem to remember around here, and you're pretty sure this is where all the forklift trucks are kept. Like, there's like a line of them over here. And the sneeze, you are fairly sure it's, like, directly, like, up here. But, like, you know, you can't see that far. But, like, this is sort of, like, combining your hearing with your memory, basically. But, yeah, with a 20, you remember the layout of the room. Oh, and you also remember there's a control panel in here, for sure.
Wow.
Okay. That's good to know. Is there any chance, having worked with, you know, the people on set all day, would we be able to recognize if the voice was someone who was here?
I'm gonna give it to you, Larry, because you rolled a natural 20, even though technically Tobias rolled higher, but, like, the rule of nat 20 is, like, it's fucking
It's
ridiculous.
a natural 20.
It's ridiculous to get that. So, Tobias, you're, like, trying to think who it could be. Larry, you're pretty sure that you think, like, most of the people in this studio and in this studio space are avian, and, like, that sneeze did kind of sound avian? But, like, you're not totally convinced about it. There was something off about it. So you're, like, guessing that it's not someone that you've been working with today.
Okay. Yeah. I think Larry is going to want to see if he can make it over to the control panel that's in here.
Okay, you do so, and it's right here. So, very easy.
Okay, nice.
There you go. Beep, 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 boop, boop. And it's got extra things stuck on it. Like, some of the controls are, like, genuine, like, factory controls. But you've always got to have a big red button, you know?
Obviously.
Panic button. There's, like, an escape button. Lots of little visual gags, like the dials make a pair of eyes and the slider makes a mouth, things like that.
And Larry he is in the thing of, like, all controls, all electronics is the same. Maybe this could do something to help get some lights on or something.
All right. I mean, there's a big green
That's how it
button
works.
right in front of you.
Yeah. Honestly, this man, if he doesn't have something to hit, he's a menace. So, bro hitting
I've got
buttons
nothing
and
to
flipping
lose at the
switch
button.
with no idea what he's actually doing. He's just waiting for it to actually help.
Super. All right. You just, like, smack away at that console. And I'm going to roll a random effect for that. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so the net result of this is the lights do not come back on, but you have... And you can feel, as well as hear, that the conveyor belt has started to move.
So we didn't lose all the power.
No, you didn't lose all the power.
It's just the lights. Interesting.
Good job, Bobbin. Excellently deduced.
I'm so smart.
You're
I'm
so
so
smart.
cool and sexy.
I wish, you know what? I was gonna say I wish I was smarter, but Larry is as smart as me, so it's great.
I mean, does Tobias have any input? Like, because that was kind of like a Larry's turn situation, even if Larry's like the leading light around here. Ha! Tobias, you can like say, how about we go over there? Or you can just go over there or something.
I mean, I think he's gonna ask Larry if, like, they could investigate that voice again, because even if he can't really tell if it was someone they knew or not, like, it's still a person who's isolated from the rest. And again, the weird vibes.
Yeah, weird vibes, definitely. You get that.
It does feel off, yeah. I mean, Larry doesn't expect the person to have stayed in the same spot, but they can still head in the direction that they heard.
They can check. Not everybody is smart.
Yeah, it's true. There is proof.
I'll not say that.
He's got a +0 intelligence, okay?
Oh.
He's doing his best.
He is doing his best.
Right, so you want to investigate?
So yeah, they can head up to continue in the
Just
direction
check this out.
of what they heard.
I can make you
Yeah.
dance.
And even if there's nobody, maybe they left something behind accidentally in Toon fashion.
Ooh.
What?
Well.
You walk past all of these and you totally don't see anything. Like, you're just looking at these
There's nothing
really
there.
interesting forklift trucks.
Nothing
and
there.
This crate. Here's another crate. It's got a lid
Wait
on
a
it.
second.
Yeah. This crate has a lid on it.
There's an ominous green dot on there.
By the way, all of these boxes do have contents. So if you ever want to investigate a box, do tell me. This box has a lid on it and it's not very well fixed down.
I think Tobias is going to knock on it.
Yeah. Shaving a haircut.
Oh,
He just
no!
looks at Larry and knocks.
If you'd done anything else, they wouldn't have said anything or done anything, but you do the shave and a haircut, and, you know, there's this sort of vibration that starts. It's like this sort of tortured, like, no, I can't, I must not do this. And then the lid comes
Come
up.
on, you know you want
Two
to.
bits! Oh, no. Anyway, so this figure appears in front of you, and one of you recognizes it. And Larry, you're like highly suspicious because they're wearing a hood, they're kind of hunched over, very sinister looking fox character with heavily shadowed eyes. You've never seen this guy before. Toby, I think you do recognize this guy.
It's you!
Yes, alright, fine. You caught me, yippee. Alright, can we stop playing Wink Murder in the Dark? I don't actually like the dark very much, but you got me. Okay, game's over, yay. Sorry.
What are you doing here?
Hmm?
What are you doing here?
I was just... I'm extra staff for the day. Yes, I'm just investigating the stock in this room, and then the lights went off, so I got a bit scared, so I hid in the box. Nothing suspicious about
Don't
that.
know that one bit.
You can roll insight. Like, both of you can roll insight. Larry, you probably are definitely rolling insight, because you're like, who the fuck is this?
Roll insight, but in any case, Tobias does not believe alibi.
Okay.
Like, do I hit a motherfucker or do I not hit a motherfucker? Like, Toby seems to know him, but...
Yeah, Larry's just, like, ready to hit a motherfucker. But he only rolled okay. It's a 12 insight.
Yeah, 12's not gonna give you anything. You're like, as described, you're just like, I don't know if I should beat the shit out of this guy. I'm gonna, like, listen to my...
He just, like, he looks at Toby is like, so who's this loser?
Looks so insulted.
Larry with alibi. Alibi met Larry.
Charmed, yes.
We just met once. We had a whole funny little adventure together. Squints at alibi.
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah,
Good
that
old-
is how people meet around here.
We're good chums.
Unfortunately.
Yes. Now, if you'll just excuse me, I can't quite remember the way out, but I'll just be going now. By the way, Toby, what was your insight roll?
It was a 10. It was an 8 plus 2.
An 8 plus 2, right, a 10. You don't actually get enough off this guy to figure out what he's doing here. On the other hand, you do have...
What the fuck is his deal?
Yeah, and so you might be able to, like, think of another roll you can make to figure out what he's up to. I'm gonna say it's a history roll, just to see if you can, like, remember enough about him to figure out what the fuck is up here.
That is, hold on, let's make a start. Plus 3, and that was a 15.
Ooh.
So, yay!
Yeah, DC was 15 for that, and it's not too
Yeah,
difficult
yippee.
to remember this guy. So we have a little flashback to when you had your little toy time adventure with Delta, who very clearly was antagonistic towards Tobias.
Yeah, and flirting with his girlfriend.
Flirting with his girlfriend on purpose to piss him off. Like, there wasn't actually a genuine interest there. It was just to get up your back. So, yeah, you remembered Alibi very, very well, and your suspicions about him, though they were never confirmed. Yeah, so this guy doesn't really like the fact that you... He interprets the fact that you and Larry are new stars at the studio as having taken something away from him, whoever Alibi could be. Who knows? It's very mysterious. But yeah, there's a general aura of jealousy. It might be why the dot is green rather than purple. Anyway, no other reason for that. And you remember funny things happening around this guy. Anyway, so you put one and one together and make two. You suspect that he's the one that's been causing the problems that have been sabotaging all of your film shoots today.
He starts squinting even more. Like, wait a sec.
Oh, you start screaming?
I think can we do
okay.
Can we do a contested I guess athletics check? Because Larry just wants to grab this guy by the back of the cloak to stop him from going
you
anywhere.
can grapple. All right, so that's going to be
Tobias is like, you're not going anywhere because you trespassed onto...
so you're gonna like roll athletics, and I'm gonna roll acrobatics to try and get out of that.
I can do the help action, I think.
Yes, you can do the help
Oh,
action.
yeah. I did roll good, but we can check now. The first one was better, but that's a 24 athletics.
Ooh, Ooh, baby. All right, I'm gonna see if I've remembered how to even roll the dice in this channel. Oh, I did. Thank God. No, that's not gonna do it. An 11. Cartoonishly appropriately, you grab this very, very small fox, like kind of very light when you pick him up, like surprisingly so, and like his little sack foot shoes are like pedaling the air. He's like, all right, let me go.
If you're staff here, maybe you should report into the boss before leaving, huh?
As you're saying that, those footsteps that you heard to the left of you before are now, like, rapidly approaching you from the south. So someone heard Toby scream, basically, and is coming to check out what's happening.
Scream entirely.
And for a moment, I'm going to ask you to, like, do an honor system, because I need to be able to see my other layers to... Oh, no, wait, maybe I can just, like...
I'll look away. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, it's alright. I figured out how to move it without, like, revealing the rest of the map. Anyway, okay, so a little yellow dot comes up from the south, and it's Maisie. It's Maisie. It's one of our two favourite lesbian owls, and,
Hell yeah.
Chloe, do you want to come in?
Yes, I'd love to. Thank you.
Wow.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Chloe.
Hello.
This is Chloe. Chloe is playing Maisie, and so yeah, Maisie, you approach this scene. You have your two lead actors who are, you know, understandably here, and then this complete stranger who has been wrangled by Larry. So you can take it away. Tell me whatever you want to do.
Okay, so I think
What's up, Maisie?
Maisie's gonna come in and then look between the two of you and then the third person and then kind of look back at the control panel. And then I just grab something real quick.
Hope y'all
there we
all
go.
are doing well. You've got your drinks, you've got your snacks, you're all comfortable and not suspicious of anything that's happening.
No.
Of course not.
And she's going to say that.
Oh, which channel am I looking at? Oh,
Hold on. Huh?
did you DM me? I'm like,
I DM'd it.
Oh,
I DM'd you.
okay.
Yeah, sorry.
okay, yes.
I can go somewhere else if that's
no,
easier.
No DMs is fine. All right, so Maisie looks at the control panel back at you and says, "Oh, you're all here."
Hi, Maisie.
What's up? You
Just
know this
acting
guy?
like this is completely normal situation.
This is a totally normal situation. I mean, you can roll insight if you want to, if you feel like something is not quite normal, but like...
I don't think Toby would
But
roll
meanwhile,
insight.
Maisie is saying, "Did you figure out what happened with the light?"
Not specifically, but we found this guy.
Hey,
Yeah.
just dangling.
Who says he's part of the staff? And I mean, like, nobody would lie about that, right?
No, I would never.
I imagine Larry just like holding him by the scruff and just like wiggling him.
He's very conveniently wearing a scarf around, like, underneath his hood on the outside of the coat, which is
Fucking
an odd fashion
strangling
choice.
this guy.
Just like hanging this fox slowly to death. Totally normal. So Maisie is like looking and is like, "Oh, do you think he did it?"
I don't know. I just think he's weird.
Oh, thanks.
Maybe.
Really, really nice.
No problem.
The part of the fox's face that
I mean,
you can
we
see is
don't have
turning
any
slightly
other
purple,
right now.
like it is.
Yeah.
Larry, I think you gotta stop holding onto the scarf.
Fine. He
I think
puts the guy's feet on the ground, but doesn't let go.
Don't die on it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I mean, really.
I think Maisie's gonna like tilt her head and then take a couple steps forward, toward where Delta is, and then Alibi. Sorry.
Who's Delta? Never
Who's
mind.
Delta?
And it's not like
Yeah, who's that?
wrong.
Who's that? Not very well. And she's going to say,
May I take a look? Oh, I think I know him. And to this, the fox looks kind of surprised. And is like, do you? Yeah, yes, of course. You're the one who hired me last minute, I know. But, you know, every film set needs extra hands to do work, manual labor. Like, trying to say the word seems to be painful. Yeah, for some reason, highly distasteful.
The big ass.
Maud, is this box like a big open box?
It's a big open box. Like, they've just taken the lid off. Like, you can see it's like 10 foot square.
Can Maisie jump into it with Delta?
Yes.
And try to close the lid?
Sure, why not? That's
You're
Okay,
gonna have to make a
wonderful.
strength check because
I
Larry's
can
still
do that.
holding on to him.
okay. Maisie jumps into the box and
Okay, let me roll.
If she's trying to bring Alibi in with her, she needs to make a strength check because Larry's still holding him.
Yeah. Okay. So
I can do that.
What
Alright.
the hell?
So you need to roll athletics, Larry. If you really want to, you can contest this. You can argue that you're surprised and just let it happen. That's entirely up to you as a player.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get
Y'all need to know I wasn't expecting this to happen, so this is
More
as fun for me as
space.
it is for you.
What the hell is going on?
Chloe's gone rogue.
Oh, gang.
Oh, that's a 14. So not great.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's better than a 2 on the dice, so total of 9.
No.
Yeah, that's
Can
a
I do
prize
the help
round.
action again? Would you allow me to do like the help action again for Larry?
I
Because
don't think I would for
volunteering.
this, because it is kind of unexpected. Like
It is, yeah.
It was
you
by
just have to
surprise.
start with this.
This is not
It even
normal
surprises
Maisie
the DM.
behavior. Like, you know Maisie's got kind of a crazy life, but this is still a bit out there for her, you know? They go whitewater rafting sometimes, but this is a different sort of weird.
That's not correct.
Alright, so you
Okay.
grab the fox and jump in the box, and I'm going to close the lid by turning off the colour dots.
Yep.
Alright,
They're gone.
what the hell have you done to Alibi? I'm reading. What? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, so the lid is closed. You probably hear a bit of a kerfuffle in there, understandably, because it looked like Alibi was surprised by this as well. But the lid is closed, and you can't see anything that's happening.
It is so tempting to have Larry just be like, well,
Didn't leave.
yeah.
That would be the funniest thing you could do. Just walk out.
Just leave them in there. What
Oh
the
my
fuck
god. Well, that's clearly between them. I'm not getting involved.
is Larry's just like, well, another day, Toonkind.
I'm not
Bye.
touching that.
But no, I think Larry has enough. He is just enough of a people person to understand that that's weird behavior for Maisie. So
Yeah.
he's
Fucking
probably
does
gonna reopen that box lid.
Yep, sure. You can lift up the lid that is uncontested, and there are 2 alibis.
What the hell?
Oh, we're doing this.
We're doing this. Apparently, we're doing this.
What?
All right. One of the alibis jumps out immediately, and is just like, and the other one jumps out in the opposite direction, looks just as disgusted, and says, "She did something Get me out of here.
Hell just happened.
I mean, I still don't know what either of you are do. Like, my involvement in this situation has not progressed at all.
This is not helpful information. Thank you very much. No, I don't want it to be black. Okay, I'm making two green dots just to confuse everybody because I don't know which one is which right now. So
Yay!
fun for everybody. Okay, so we'll say that one of them, jumps out to the. Will you let me move the circle? Thank you, motherfucker. All right, one of them's up there, and the other one. Yes, please. Oh my god, you have to be so petty. Why does it always deselect? Sorry, I'm still recovering from not using Photoshop all these years later. Yes, I want to apply the transformation. Alright, we got 2 green dots either side of a box, and that was fucking weird. So, yeah, I don't know what you're going to make of that situation. I think at this point it probably would behoove you to roll insight, and I'll let you do that as a free action.
Yay! Okay.
Okay. Better than before, but still not incredible.
14 plus 2.
13 plus 3.
Those are
Wow.
both 16. That's great. Okay. So I'm going to ask Chloe to make a deception roll or a performance roll.
Okay.
Really quickly.
So yeah, we love them shapeshifter shenanigans if you haven't already
see.
guessed, which I'm pretty sure you have. By this point, I think it's fairly
Tobias is
obvious.
just like muttering, oh, I hate this.
Hey, Mod!
Hi.
I got a nat 1! I'm not even joking.
I'm the real Gunjar.
That's so funny, and I know how to make it happen too. Alright, so the fox that jumped out to the north says that line about, like, she did something to me, get me out of here. And, like, as they're saying that, one of their eyes just sort of slides. Like, to one side. It's like, you know, like a marble in a ball, like in a bag. It just sort of rolls slightly, and it was not a normal movement of a cartoon eye. It was like way too physical. It was like heavy. And yeah, the other alibi,
disgusting.
the other alibi is just like a full-on freak out session. Like not okay. So I think at this point we should probably roll initiative. Do you think?
Yay!
Let's do this thing. Alright, let's roll the order of activities, because the
Roll that
activities
with
Sure are
advantage.
happening, so let's make them happen. Alright, what's my initiative? Oh, it's just +3. God damn it. Del, you're so lazy. Everything about this character is so lazy. Alright, okay.
I need to banish these dice. That's a 4 on mine.
Oof.
Oh,
Pulling out my other dice.
I mean, it's
This
probably
sucks.
good storytelling. Whenever I get bad rolls, I try and like put it down to this is what the god dice want. I'm just gonna let it happen. I'll try not to be salty about it, but I will be actually.
Okay. In my last tavern game, I used my physical dice for Tavern Lewis, and I kept rolling nat 20s, like, all throughout the
It was
game.
so frustrating.
Oh my god.
Sorry!
Oh no, that's the worst when it happens.
It was
Alright.
really funny because she was trying to kill me, and my very last roll in the game was a nat 20 to survive.
No way.
It was, yeah.
That's
Yeah, talk about giving your DM a hard time, huh?
Love you.
Love you too. Okay.
Considering what
Alright.
you did to me, I deserve this.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
how the turns
New
tables.
dice. New dice are out.
Alright, so the order is, correct me if I'm wrong, the order is Toby, then Larry, then Alibi, and then our mystery guest. Okay, so Tobias, you're first in the order. This freak show just happened in front of you. What would you like to do in this situation?
I have no fucking idea. I'm very scared. I think I'm just going to hold my action because I generally have no.
That's fine. Holding an action can be
Yeah.
the wisest thing you can do, and you can always use it as a help action. Totally allowed. All right, so Tobias is frozen.
He's like, oh. It was the eye rolling. He was just like, ew.
Yeah, I
No!
will put a warning in the comment section I did on the announcement. Mild body horror to whatever
Just
level
a little
Chloe
bit.
deems. Like, honestly, like, I don't know how far Chloe wants to go with this, so we'll find out.
I'll keep it
hated that
Disney,
so
Disney
much
Channel
that I, like,
appropriate. We'll put it
Disney
that
Channel
way.
appropriate, got it.
He hated that so much that he froze me in place in disgust.
Okay, so if you're not doing anything, no movement, I think we'll move on to Larry.
I'm just
Cool.
holding my action.
I think Larry still has no idea what's going on or how it's relevant to anything that is happening. But he does know that these are some shady shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna redo his grapple on this faker.
So you're grappling the one to the north.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm actually going to make that a slightly different shade of green because it's way too similar right now, and I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so roll that grapple, and Chloe, you need to roll to contest this. So you can either roll athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics it.
Yes, Chloe?
Well, you gotta beat a
Well,
24.
I got a
And
2.
a 5 is
So-
5 is less than 24.
Wow, that is
So-
Yeah.
considerably
I-
less.
That's
I mean, these dice also need to be banished, I think.
Incredible. Wow.
I'm so sorry,
Um,
Chloe.
Yeah. Yeah, Larry just re-scruffs the second alibi.
Mm-hmm.
And just like I just imagine him fully putting them in a headlock and noogieing, just being like,
Wow.
what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. And
What
he's
is
just gonna
wrong?
noogie until they submit.
Fucking get their ass.
Amazing. Okay, so that is Larry's turn, and we are not actually at the mystery guest's turn yet, so Chloe, you'll have to wait to use whatever reaction you have to be noogied by this. Larry, I'm gonna give you this for free because you are, like... Although, actually, wait, you're wearing a costume. You're wearing, like, gloves and stuff. No, you can't get anything. Yeah, you would have to be, like, having bare hands to get what I was gonna give you.
Which is literally something Larry cannot
Literally
do.
something you can't do, but Tobias can. Just keep that in mind. All right,
Wow.
you've grappled. Do you want to do any movement, a bonus action, anything? Like, extra noogieing is permitted. I think I'll let that happen as a free
Oh,
action.
come
A
on.
double noogie.
Extreme noogie. Advanced noogie.
You take
I mean,
5 noogieing
he
damage.
is gonna look at Toby and be like, make sure the other one doesn't pop off. So
On
that,
it, boss.
yeah, so they can just like block his attempt to abscond if he tries to bail
Which
as
is-
well, because he's still
Take a little
suspicious as fuck.
Absolutely
Yeah.
what is going to happen next. What a good call. It's
Thankfully, I held my action.
like the second you say that, yeah. So, have you heard of this spell that's called Misty Step?
You son of a bitch. Nuh-uh.
Actually, no, wait, I can't use that because it's got to be 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. But Alibi is under
You
the
can't
same...
see
And
shit.
it's dark.
Alibi is under the same conditions as you. Okay, so I can't use Misty Step yet, but if the lights come on, that's totally happening. No, so what he's going to do is he's going to make a bid for freedom, so he is just going to use his movement to book it the fuck away from
Can I
this
fucking do
weird
anything because I held my
situation.
action?
Sorry?
Yeah, can't Toby move into position to block him
Yes.
from running?
Okay, yeah,
Like my intention was that Toby would block him
Fucking
from one
snatch,
side, I
you're
would
a
block him from
genius.
the other.
Alright, so I try to run the fuck away, but look, it's an attack of
Make a run
opportunity.
for it.
Tobias, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Fucking snatch, bitch.
Okay, yeah, true. Like, okay, so you can roll athletics for this, and I would have to contest that with
Yeah, we'll
another
roll
acrobatics,
athletics.
I think, to try and escape.
That is a 16 plus 5.
16 plus 5? There's a 21? Oh, gee. Alright,
Yeah.
so I've got to roll, I've got to roll high, put it that way. 12.
No.
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 Damn. Alright, so that
Misfortune
adventure...
is not happening
That
today.
adventure was cut very short, so my movement...
Lady Luck was like, but what if we were funny today?
But what if we were funny today? I mean, what is stupendously tempting to me is to use mirror image and like have even more alibis. But no, that would be beyond my abilities.
Surprise of alibis.
I think that would be a case of too many alibis for my brain to handle. Also, I'd have to make more icons.
It's barely
and
in
map.
the one.
I don't
and you
wanna
have to make like 10 of them.
I don't want to have to do, like, more than I need to do today, and also he is in panic mode, so I don't think he's being particularly smart. You managed to grab hold of the genuine article, and he's like, watch the merchandise!
He's like fucking grabbing him, but like, you know, in like, the grabbing way with, it's kind of a hug and he locks like
Oh, no.
Alibi's arms to the sides. Nuh-uh.
He hates that. He hates that more than anything. Like,
You're so light, he can pick you up, and this is Tobias.
yeah, like, even Tobias can lift this
4'5".
guy up. Easy. And for some strange reason, Larry, you hear this fox go...
Yeah.
It makes a hissing sound.
Ew.
Right, distinctively, like, unfox-like hissing sound, but, I mean, I guess a fox could hiss if it was very stressed. Maybe they do. What does the fox say?
Sure.
Alright, so,
Look,
they've
they're
both
tunes.
been...
Tunes do all sorts of wild crap.
Yeah. Also, I should have moved the other green dot to be in a nuggie. Okay, so that's what this is. Nuggied severely. Alright.
You idiot.
So the mysterious
Maximum
stranger who is clad as Alibi, but is assuredly not. Chloe, what's going to happen now? I'm fascinated to know.
So you're holding me and just noogieing me, like a typical around the neck noogie on the top type of situation?
Yeah.
Cool. So you're still doing that, at least to the head. The rest, everything else below you, below your arm, just kind of turns into a goop and mushes around and drops into a drain in the floor.
Oh god.
There is, in fact,
That's alarming.
a drain in the floor, which...
I mean, it's not
That's
that
very
alarming.
interesting.
Larry is friends with transforming goo.
The goo.
Yeah.
The goo.
Yeah. This is
How amazing that all of that
another
activity
mercy.
happened directly above a drain, because that's what this circle is. I didn't just put it there, it was like there to begin with. That's absolutely crazy to me that happened there. It's like all of that.
I know,
in one
it's so convenient.
That's
Thank you
crazy.
guys.
Good lord.
And the odds of that are
Imagine
bizarre.
like Tobias and Alibi watching this. Like,
Alibi watching his body melt away into a drain.
It is disturbing. Like, there's no way around that. It's like not cool to see. But yeah, this half of why would you do this to me? Sorry, I've got to like narrate and operate the drawing program at the same time.
did this to
How do
yourself.
people do this anyway? But yeah, that part of the body ain't there no more. You just have a head.
Can I
Okay.
do anything as a head?
I mean, yeah, you have a character sheet. You can do things. On
I know.
that character sheet.
Okay. So I'm using I'm using split. In that case, Let's do... Yeah, I'm gonna use a pseudopod then.
Oh, fun. Go ahead.
Yeah. On Larry.
Yeah.
Do.
Question marks.
Very gooey sort of attack.
It's... My god.
Hmm? Is it another nat 1?
It's another nat 1, folks!
You're kidding me! Oh my god.
I'm not joking. I might have to move to digital dice, because, like, I've
crazy.
tried 3 different dice at this point.
I think
they
you
do
may-
not like you.
They hate me!
Hold on, I'll be back in just a
Jeez.
second.
You know how sometimes people use real dice and they get a really good roll and they're like, please, I'm not making it up. You're like the opposite of that. We're like, are you sure?
I'm like the opposite. I'm like, I could lie here, but no.
I'm alive again.
Wow.
I think there's a story reason for this though. I think it's that the head kind of starts to turn into more of a just goopy-ish blob and launch itself up at Larry's face. But can't really quite get anything to launch off of because launching off of Larry.
Yeah, that's different.
So yeah,
He's not well constructed launching point.
no.
Also, you did just do split in the same movement, so, like, you know, the priority was to get half of you away from this situation, the larger half of you away from this situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's gross but ineffective. Yeah. Great, love it.
So I think I just plop on the floor at that point.
Delighted.
It's not a head anymore. It's not a head anymore. No. It's more of just like clay, like a clay blob.
It's still disgusting.
Yeah, but I should clarify.
It's not great, but
no.
As stated, Larry has dealt with this kind of thing before. Not this exact thing, but something very similar. So, he kneels down next to the blob on the floor, blocking it from getting to the drain.
You're staying here, buddy.
The eye that's left in it just kind of does a little like sad droop.
Aww.
And he again just like flicks it on where the theoretical forehead would be. It'd be like, tell me what you're doing.
Oh my god. I mean, Chloe, you can speak for a free action. Would the blob say anything in response to that?
Yeah, I think there's just a little you.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Also, if you do want to post the art I supplied of this character, you can do so at any point, because I think the reveal has happened.
I will.
I think some people may have recognized who this is. Oh, that natural one though. Yeah, you gotta swap.
I know.
So
I'm gonna put it in the resources.
Rip.
R.I.P. I mean, for the player's benefit, I will now say that the drain has been, as it were, revealed. You would have had to make a perception roll for that to see where this guy had gone. This guy! Anybody remember this guy? The Aardman monster.
Hey, I remember this guy!
Yeah, this is Playface.
Aardman energy.
This is Playface, the Aardman amalgamate. And, yeah, they're doing the best. But, apparently it's not going very well with those natural ones, which kind of...
No, it's not. No, it's really not.
Playface is doing his best. Be nice to it.
Oh, dear.
Oh... Bless him.
Yeah.
Yes. Larry has fully, like, not absorbed the seriousness of the situation. He's still just, like, I don't know what's happening and I'm frustrated by it.
Yeah, I mean, wrong. Why would you take this seriously? I mean, look at it.
Yeah, look at that thing.
I mean, look at what everyone here is wearing.
Yeah. Oh, another old-timer line. Jeez. I mean, yeah, every time we have to bring it back to what we are wearing in this situation. That's, yeah.
Oh.
All right. Okay. So I think that probably counts as your action for sure, Chloe.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I will allow you to take your movement for the escaped part of you, so you can describe to me where you've ended up. Perhaps when we resume, because I have a feeling I know where you're going, because
Yes.
there's a drain pipe underneath that train, surprisingly. So you're probably gonna be taking that. In fact, I should probably hide the drain's mains until the players have done something to earn seeing them. But you do know where the drain entrance is. So it's right there, because that's where the gooey went. Okay, so Larry, no, Toby, Tobias, it's your go. It's
That's
because you
me?
held your action. You confused me. Congratulations.
Sorry, I love you.
I love you too.
I mean, technically, Larry has got the thing handled. They can't really do anything about the part that's gotten in the drain.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just like...
He's still making sure that he's holding alibi.
Yeah. I mean, there are other things
You are
you
not
can...
getting the fuck out of here.
There are other things you can do. You can roll, like, perception. You might think of a spell that might be useful.
We can't see shit, so...
You could always shout, like,
He's
if you
trying
wanted
to
to
block
bring
out
someone.
Alibi's grunts of effort to get out.
There is quite a lot of contesting noise, so I will say at this point, if you try to shout for somebody to hear you, it will be harder for them to hear you than it was before.
I'm gonna do, perception, I think.
Yeah, sure. Roll perception.
That is a 19 plus 2.
19 plus 2. Alright, for that, when Chloe has told me where the rest of this thing has gone, you're going to be able to hear where it's got to.
Oh yes, let me DM that to you right now.
Full body shiver.
Yeah, because, it does make a noise. It's like a very gooey, slurpy,
noise.
Not great noise, so you will be able to hear it. Oh, hang on, Chloe sent me something. Huh. I'm not sure if I'm smart enough to understand that. I will get back to that when it's actually Chloe's turn, because I'm not smart enough to have my brain in two places at once. Alright, okay. So you do know where the other half of that goo thing has gone to, which is, like, not a bad thing. That's good. Mm-hmm. Okay, anything else you want to do outside of perception? You want to move? You can potentially be, like, where it is, but it's still inside this drain system, I will tell you that.
I think maybe might just tell to Larry that, hey, they should probably go get the engineer as soon as possible.
The only downside to that is you have no idea where he is.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to look, so that's why... As soon as possible.
I mean, yeah, that's a reasonable assumption.
We gotta grab
just one slight issue getting in the way of that.
we gotta grab the rest of the goo and get out and find him.
Okay. Speaking of the rest of the goo, there is a head amount of goo by your feet now, Larry. I don't know if you want to do anything about that.
I would like you to know that I've been filling the whole time.
Oh god, I will try and edit that into the video because it's killing me. The goo.
Amazing.
The goo.
The goo. I'm gonna see if I can, real quick, just pull out. Yeah. Larry just pulls out a big jar.
Big jar.
Um,
Oh my god, I didn't see the
and
jar.
tries to scoop the head into the jar.
That's incredible. I love it. I didn't think about the hammer space is
I
such
don't
a powerful
enjoy.
tool, honestly.
I
Okay,
don't
so
enjoy what is going on right now.
this is also going to be
I must say.
This is also going to be a contested role, and I will say, Chloe, don't panic too much. If you get trapped in the jar, you will be allowed to make a strength check on your turn to try and escape the jar. But that's only if you get scooped into it. So, okay,
Right.
Larry, you roll whatever you want for this, because it could be athletics, it could be acrobatics, it could be just like a base dexterity thing. It could be an improvised weapon. I feel like it should probably be that, actually, now that I've said that out loud. Alright, you make an improvised weapon attack on the goo, and I think I will have to ask Chloe if she wants to, like, roll to contest that, or if we just see, like, whether it hits or not. I've never been in this
I mean, if
situation
it's an improvised weapon, it should be, if it hits or not.
Yeah, okay.
I'll
so,
take that.
Yeah, Larry, see if you can hit with a...
It's
No.
yeah, it's your
remember-
aim.
It's my general hit DC. So yeah, that's a solid 22.
Shit. Alright, yeah, that thing's in the jar.
Oh,
You scoop that
Yeah.
dough. You scoop it good. That plasticine has been contained. You managed to get both eyeballs. Congrats. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
Wow,
in there.
yay.
Yeah. You got ahead. You got ahead of the game. Hey. Alright, so yeah, you managed to get
Hey.
ahead, and you, like, fasten the jar so that it can't get out. But this is
He slips a chicken nugget in there for it,
Aw.
just for hospitality's sake.
Yeah, sure.
oh, it's gone. Oh, it's immediately
It
gone.
just dissolved.
Devoured.
It's kind of sloshing around and like tap 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 on the edge of the jar, sloshes around more, tap 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 between like different forms.
Just like real specimen behavior in there. Like you probably could turn into a
Really,
bunch of
really it
things.
is.
A real little beast.
Gross.
At one point, I'm gonna say it for funny. It looks at you and just does your mask. It just does a Larry mask, and then and then
God.
it makes it do like a little bleh, and then goes back into clay.
Oh, it's the most
I
expressive.
gave you
your mask's
lots of
ever been.
opportunities to be more cooperative, but okay, sure.
I even gave you a chicken nugget.
Chicken nugget. Didn't have to do that. I like that hospitality. It's really kind.
Yeah, it was.
What a nice thought. Okay,
Larry is
Wow.
simultaneously like willing to beat the crap out of everything and also extremely ready to give things the benefit of the doubt.
you're the best. Like, why do you think like we wanted to make you the main character in a movie? You deserve it.
It's because you're so cool.
Yeah.
So the best.
Absolutely.
He's just a guy. He's just a guy.
All right, just to
A guy that
save
everyone
myself a
loves.
headache, I'm moving the head. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm moving the head to where you guys are, so like it's gonna move around with you now because it's like it's part of the team. Congratulations.
This whole conversation has not been too great, I must be honest.
Yeah.
Talking about a head, just like...
What? Why isn't it
The
moving?
goop. It's the
Yeah,
small.
very-
It's the small goop. It's the small goop.
Yes, oh,
Yeah, the little glop.
The little glop. There's the glop and the gloop,
Oh.
and this is the glop.
I got the wrong glop.
Interesting.
I got the big glop. I need the small glop, the small one. Oh no. Okay.
You'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
All right. Right, you have the glop and the goo and the goo and the glop, and Alibi is going to try and escape again because he hates it here. All right.
No.
Yes. Of course he's going to try and escape. Do you see what just happened? Like he's going to stick around for that?
Yeah, and you
No.
want to run around in the dark with that thing?
Yeah,
Going
you think you'll do better by yourself, buddy?
Listen, this man is not smart. He just wants to get out. He wants to leave the premises. So he's going to wriggle like a wriggly thing, and it probably won't work, but it will look funny. All right. To be fair, he's probably going to give up if this doesn't work because clearly it's not his day.
I gotta do, like, contesting athletics again?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a 16.
it's a
It's not that hard to
contested
beat.
check, I think.
I have a feeling I'm
Alright,
going to be
that's
staying
not
here for a
20.
while. And that 20? Are you kidding? Oh, you need to describe what happens, because a 16 is passable, but you completely stop that dead.
It's like Tobias kind of like stopped paying attention because the goo.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a situation, and then like kind of Phil's alibi start to slip away, and immediately like he does a big squeeze to knock all the hair out of him.
Like a squeaky toy.
Like a squeaky toy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Rubber chicken.
Very much so. Oh god, do I have that reaction picture anymore? Well, anyway, I'll find it for the video. But yes.
Yeah!
That one.
We were looking for the same thing. I love you.
I
This is
love
great.
Thank you, gallery. Yes. So, yeah, that does not succeed, and he just kind of dangles there now. Like, 2 attempts is more work than he's usually willing to put into anything. And if the fates have ordained that he is supposed to be here, and honestly, like, the way his luck works, if he's been a little shit sometimes, the universe balances things out. So he's not actually that surprised. This used to happen a lot.
Yeah, no.
Used to
You
happen a lot
put
with
yourself
his
in
cousin.
this situation, so you're going to stay in this situation.
Yeah, it's like his luck already gives him an unfair advantage, so if he tries to cheat on top of that, anything can happen to this guy. Yep, so he just gives up and dangles there, and he's like, "You're really gonna keep that thing as a pet?"
He's just playing this point.
Oh boy. Yep, that's it. That's my entire go. We're back to the beginning of the order. No, we're not. We're at Chloe. Okay, so Chloe, I need to figure out where you are, and I'm actually going to break the rules of my own game just to keep my sanity. So what I'm actually gonna do is reveal the rest of the map. We can do one assistant, but honestly, like, I don't really mind if you guys see the map for a half second while we figure out where the rest of the goo is.
The drain up on the top left near the control panel is the one that I can
Oh my goodness, yeah, you're really going for it. Alright, Big Goo. I don't even know what transformation you're talking about, bro. Okay, like, Big Goo. Alright, we're going on a journey. Somehow, the Big Goo has come out here. So, Toby, you can, like, hear it going squelch, 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 and it, like, goes in this
don't
area.
say that.
Yeah, I will. I'll say it again. So it's
No!
like way over there. Yeah. It's like the
The
most...
whale.
It is a horrible noise, and you hear... Ah!
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We got somebody in trouble.
I mean, if you saw that coming out of a drain, I think you'd scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna be on the move.
Alright, Chloe, you can also try and break out of this glass jar that your head is in. You just make a straight strength roll for this. You can't use athletics or acrobatics or anything. It's just like... I actually feel like it's
just
a straight
strength.
saving throw, probably. Yeah, saving.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna start violently moving around.
Yeah.
Please, Avre, be my savior.
What?
Still not over a 10 for the base roll, but a 15, so I'll take that.
You know what? I'm gonna say that you don't break the jar, but it starts to crack. So you know the goo inside the jar starts changing into a lot of different shapes, and some of them have pointy bits. Like this thing can change the texture of itself to a certain extent, and especially when it's bouncing around a lot. So Larry, while you still have it fully contained, you definitely feel it sort of in the glass in your hands.
I think there's almost like a sea urchin moment,
Ooh.
like a pufferfish, where
Yeah.
it's moving around and then just
Spiky ball
blows up
curvy
with
ball.
spikes and then goes back down and then keeps moving around.
He shakes the jar and says, "Hey, knock that off."
Knock it off. Meow, meow, meow.
What are you saying?
I think it's saying
Let
let
me out. Out, out.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, no.
90% of you is already out. What, isn't that enough? What, you need the rest of you in order to do something you want to do? Is that it? Is that what's happening? You gonna tell me what's going on, or are you gonna keep being uncooperative?
It sticks its tongue out, a tongue it out at you again and goes.
Can I have as
Yeah,
many tongues
okay,
as
that's
well?
what I thought.
Oh my god.
And so Larry will then put the jar on his fancy utility belt full of amazing stupid things.
Yes, in case
Yay!
you do have
You
starter
two
bubbles.
acquired jar of goo.
Jar
Add it
of
to your inventory.
extremely uncooperative goo.
You never know when you're gonna need it. The Ratman
and
toys
he's
with
going
utility belts, very
he's
popular.
going to be like, okay, I'm gonna go check that out and hop off in the direction of the Yelp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Tobias's bowl.
Yeah, okay. Do you literally head in the direction of the Yelp?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to...
If he needs to vault over stuff, he will, because he does that.
Okay, you heroically vault
Ratman and Bobin are on the
run,
move.
and I left Alibi behind. Hold on, where is your little dot? I hate the supply transformation bullshit. I need to turn off that as a notification. Hang on, Mr. Grumpy's got to come with you on this wonderful adventure. Come on, get in there. You're part of the gang now, whether you want to be or not. All right. Will you stop hogging the limelight? Yes! Apply the transformation! I'm going insane! Oh my god, why is this so difficult? Why is this the most difficult thing I've ever done?
Somebody.
Alright, so, the head, Larry, Tobias, and Alibi all sort of like run hurtling over the forklift trucks and the control panel, and you look really cool, and there's a fucking wall.
Up.
Up? You want me to go up?
You can. Are they trying to get out?
It's like you're inside a room, bro. That thin line there is an impassable wall.
Oh, that's the
It's
wall?
a wall,
very thin line.
motherfucker. Yeah, so you all run.
Why is this so small?
Because
I love your math. Just punch through it. Yeah, come on, easy. Punch through it.
Yeah, okay. I did fuck up on the dimensions of the wall. The wall is
It's okay. I see it now.
It's fucking drywall or something. I meant to highlight the bit that's in between it. All right, so you hit the wall and bounce back off. I'm gonna say that doesn't count. It is
so tempting to just have Larry be like bonk his way through.
Honestly, I'm gonna say, because I did such a piss poor job on these walls. Also, they're not really thick walls. Have you ever been in a factory and it's got like small divisions
Tobias
in it?
like knocks on it again and is like, yeah, it's not holding anything. Go ahead.
All right, Larry, I'm gonna give you a choice. I can't believe I'm doing this. I shouldn't be doing it as a DM, but it's Toon World. You're a barbarian. If you want to try and break through this wall, I will let you do it. So you just roll to attack this wall. I'm going to say that it's got a DC of 20. If you can get past a DC of 20, you can Hulk smash your way through the wall like that fucking disturbing Kool-Aid man and just like bust through.
You can totally.
It's a superhero movie.
It is a superhero
I know
movie.
what I'm talking about.
This is a superhero movie.
I mean, he can't.
Just try
So
to
you're saying its AC is 20?
Yeah, sorry.
Or
not
the
DC.
damage it can take is
AC/DC,
20.
I like the band, sorry. So sue me. Alright, yes. The thing you have to beat... the thing you have to beat to break through this wall is 20.
It's DC 20.
Okay, well, he doesn't do that.
Ah, shame.
Oh,
No.
Okay. The unfortunate thing is because you took that action, that does mean you did canonically move there. So we've got like 1, 2 is 10.
They're just like
Bonk.
the view on the other side of the wall. They're just like a little bonks.
They just hear a little bonk.
Yeah. You don't hear a scream, you just say, what? It's really quiet, like, what was that? Huh?
He got impatient and didn't want to have to go around through the door. You know what? We all make mistakes.
We all make mistakes. You are also, like, literally kind of straddling these forklift trucks, which can be used within the factory. I'm almost praying that you don't, because I'm gonna have to get one of these motherfuckers and, like, patch all of you onto it.
It's gonna be annoying.
If we do that, I'm gonna take a break and, like, do that while we're on break, because it will take me a hot second. But it would be funny, and that's why they're there, is so you can use them. So
We won't do that to you, it's okay. There's forklifts outside of the room.
Yeah, there's lots of forklifts in this place. Yeah.
If it helps, Maud, on the map you sent me, the walls are much thicker. I'm looking at it now.
Thank
so I don't know what happened
I
on
didn't think
your
they
end.
were that thin. I guess it just looks really thin on this.
No, they're much thicker over here.
Ah, weird. Alright, anyway, that is an impassable wall, believe it or not. Which you may not.
The wall has plot armor.
Okay, so that didn't work. Do you want to try again on your next go, or do you want to try and circumnavigate the problem by going through the door? Or you can, like, investigate that drain, which you were literally standing on.
I mean, Larry is annoyed, and it is very tempting to be like, he has 2 attacks per action. He could try again.
You could try again.
The dice are not allowing for that.
Oh, okay.
You can also literally go in the drain because
that's the thing. I think he's gonna check out the drain.
Okay, you go back towards the
see
drain.
if you can, like, if there's remnants of goo that could tell you where it went.
Yeah. What, that's an investigation?
Yeah. Or, I mean,
Cool.
there is this other thing that...
Or he could just rip up the grate and go under there.
Yeah, because you're wearing
Is it big enough?
a manta ray cape. You can go through the
I am
drain.
wearing a manta ray cape. What if he took the opportunity to actually use it for once?
You can do
Wild.
that. But the caveat is that Toby can't come with you. Like, Larry, this is kind of like a one-man band situation. Like, you would have to split the party to do it. Unless you can figure out a way of getting your other teammates with you. Like, I'm gonna let you take the head with you, obviously, because it's part of your utility belt now. Duh.
I'm part of the decor now.
You're part of the decor. You're just a fashion
You're a silhouette
article.
guy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Accessorizing.
Look at my
I mean, the whole thing is, I mean, he can't just slip through the grate without pulling the grate up.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I mean,
you've found the grate. It's basically a gimme. You can totally lift this up.
Yeah. I mean, I could lift it up, and Toby could also go through the lifted grate.
Yes, here's the thing. Once I reveal the drain map to you, you may realize that Toby's going to have a harder time than you are because it is full of water.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He also doesn't
not-
really like tight spaces,
Doesn't
and I
like
don't
tight
think the drain is
spaces.
really big.
It's true. We do know that about him. Poor boy. It is a combination of our least favorite things.
You're welcome.
This
I
is,
fucking
this is the
appreciate
bad
it.
place.
And you thought I didn't tailor make this for you? I'm insulted.
Looks at you with big ol' eyes.
I think, honestly, I know it's a very bad idea. Larry's gonna fucking go for it.
Yay! Alright.
He's gonna look at Toby and point to the door and say, "You go the smart way. I'll go this way."
Excellent.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna...
Alibi, do you have any light?
Does Larry have anything? Yeah, Larry actually straight up in his inventory has glow sticks. He
Nice.
grabs one, throws it.
I'd ask why, but I don't
Toby.
care. I love that you have that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, sorry, I'm just swapping what's happening here.
Yeah. If nothing else, we can have a sweet rave.
Why is the head up there? Why is it up there? Oh, because Larry wasn't lined up with the other Larry because we've been playing a game. I'm real smart.
Mhm.
I'm just the smartest person you've ever met.
I love you.
Don't at me. Alright, so Larry and the
I'm
head
emoji.
are going to disappear on a magical adventure down this drain pipe. So yeah,
They're gone. They're dead.
Going to
Rip.
reveal the drain map because you've officially entered the domain of the drain. So yeah, remind me what your movement is with that manta ray cape because it's pretty impressive, whatever it is.
Oh yeah. Let me check exactly what it is. Cloak of the Manta Ray. It allows a swimming speed of 60 feet.
All right. Do you want to just like go and try and catch up to the goop?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on an adventure. So that's 10, 20, 40, 50. Oh, I've lost count. All right. We're gonna say you get to about here.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, so you're heading a lot further south than you thought you were going to because the sound was definitely over here, but you couldn't see like the layout of the drains from above ground. And I'm afraid that's where we're going to leave you, Larry. And that's how your movement resolves because there isn't much else to do. Oh, you didn't see anything there. That
Alright.
was nothing. You
I didn't see
that.
anything.
No, definitely not. I'd be like, just don't take any screenshots. Oh wait, I've done it the wrong way around. Toby, get your ass up
It's
here.
really funny when you just go like that.
Honestly, part of this was
You're doing
influenced by how funny it was with the maps in the D20, the Dimension 20 game that
Yeah.
me and Uni finished lately. It's very fun watching the little people on the map, and I was like, I should do that. I miss like actual tabletop gaming for this reason because you can piss around with the miniatures. All right, Tobias, you and your best friend who is slung underneath your arm are just like here in the dark, and you will notice that your circle of light has shrunk because Larry was the one that had
It's
the
a
source
glow
of light.
stick.
Oh, the glow stick! Yes. Where did you get those glow sticks
Well,
from, Larry? Like,
it's still just a glow
I
stick.
believe
I'm
it
not
was
sure
from one of the Tiny Toons
great.
games he was in. Oh no, wait! It was like a Halloween event where part of one of the little treats you could get was glow sticks.
That's awesome. I love it.
getting a lot of light out of this. Wow.
Yeah.
They're good glow sticks.
Glow
It's a
sticks.
good glow stick.
Everybody wants the glow sticks. Hang on, I've got confused. Oh, for some reason I can't have both Larry and Tobias's circles up at the same time when I'm using this technique. But I guess that works because you both are separated now, so that kind of adds to the feeling of that. You are alone with this stupid fox who's definitely a fox
This
underneath
bitch.
your arm. I'm gonna put you on top so it's better. All right.
This weird hissing fox.
All right. So Larry, you just had your turn. Alibi is spending his turn sulking. Like, all right. So now what? Like, was this part of your idea?
Well, first of all, are you going to run up if I put you down?
Well, obviously, but you seem to be just enjoying hauling me around, so I'm just going to enjoy the ride, I suppose.
You're like a big plushie.
The humiliation. He's just like, I used to be a star, I used to be a nobleman, this is so humiliating. But yeah, he's just like hanging over your arm with his arms crossed. He's not going to help you, he's just like a dead weight to you right now. He could potentially be useful,
because
but
I gotta
like...
bring you to the engineer anyways because you trespassed.
No, okay. How about
It's so
this?
bold of him to complain about, like, oh, was this part of your plan? Bro, you started it.
Do you know this character, Uni? Like, that... He is
I know this
entitlement.
character, but it is still very funny.
He is like white
You did this
privilege
to yourself.
personified. He will complain about anything. Like, oh, this gold isn't 24 karat. Oh, come on. You just tripped over a pocket watch for free. Are you kidding? Alright, sorry. I love him and he's insufferable and I can't stand him. Alright, so yeah, Alibi does nothing but whinge for his turn. He doesn't do anything helpful, he doesn't do any perception checks. I am gonna roll to see if other people are, like, vaguely aware of what's happening. That's a no. That's a no. That's a 1. No one else is no one else is hearing what's happening. I will say that it's become more difficult for them to do so because the conveyor belt is on, and they're also dealing with
Sorry.
their own stuff right now. I would like you to. I'm gonna actively ask all of you. This includes Chloe. To roll perception right now, because I feel you're hyper aware. You would be listening, trying to check in with your surroundings.
It's a 19 plus 2.
That is what is it?
Oh my god!
Oh,
What is happening?
Oh my
with Chloe's
god!
dice today? That's a 0.
I got a 0.
I'm stealing your luck.
Wow.
I mean, I'll explain it for you, Chloe. Your ears are inside the jar. You didn't have any in the other part of you, and you didn't think to develop any in the larger piece of goo, so you're underwater in a jar.
Who needs ears?
You can't hear shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
Wow!
Waiting
Might be
on
bullet dice time at this point.
Oh my god. However, our two main protagonists, guess who isn't rolling because he's sulking so much? Alibi isn't even gonna roll.
Poor little meow meow.
Poor little meow. He's too busy
Just
listening to
stopping
his
wet
own
meow meow.
voice. He's too busy listening to his own
Poor
voice
little
complaining
gecker.
about his life. However, with a 19 plus 2 and a 19, you both respectively hear something. And it's a sort of, you're sure this wasn't happening before because it really mixes in to the conveyor belt, which is why you needed you had to get over an 18 to hear this, and you managed. So you hear a slow and steady. And we're gonna take a little break. Because,
I cannot make out whatever you did.
Oh, okay. Let me try that again.
Okay. Yes.
Do you remember the scene that you were trying to film today?
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a 5-minute break. We're gonna take a 5-minute break because I have been playing for like an hour 45 and I didn't even realize. That's crazy. All right. So just have a little stretch.
Time goes fast when you're with friends.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, we're gonna take 5, and I'm gonna hope that I get along better with this crazy streaming thing that I decided to do for the first time.
You're doing amazing. We love you.
So good.
Oh my god. I also hope the dice stop being nicer to Chloe, because Chloe, oh my god, I gave you so many things.
I don't know what's happening.
It's
I'm gonna
brutal.
take the 5 minutes to just reprimand all of my dice. I'm just gonna bring out a
Put them in
sword,
the
threaten them
jail
a
for 5
bit.
minutes.
Like, for context,
Oh, no,
for
I'm
the
doing
audio,
more than that.
For the audio, Chloe
Uh-oh.
rolled like a
The
2
weapons are
and
coming
a
out.
-2.
Oh, good.
Which results in a 0. I'm like,
Oscar the Knife is coming.
Yeah.
incredible.
Oscar's coming out. Yeah.
All right. Okay, see you in 5 minutes.
All right.
Yay! Okay. I don't want to stop streaming because I feel like it would break everything, but also my computer's getting really hot, so probably should. I don't know what to do.
You can look away if you want to do stuff on the map.
No, I'm just gonna stop I'm gonna stop screaming. Streaming.
I'm gonna stop screaming real quick.
Streaming for a minute so my computer gets a chance to cool off. Like, I am using the PC, not the aged Mac, which would have exploded by now if I was trying to do that. But yeah. Right. Okay. I'm just gonna go for the bathroom break. Thank you guys for playing, and thank you, Chloe, for being my special guest. It's very nice.
Thank you for making a game for us. We love you.
Sorry, it's kind of confusing, but also that was the point. So that's
Everything happened so much, but to be
Everything
fair, we're
happened so
used to this.
all right. See you in a bit. You did. I expect nothing less.
You're the only one who understands me.
God, it's almost like you're like one of my favorite players in the whole universe. Honestly,
Wow.
It's been so long since we played a game. I was like, I need to.
It's been 10,000 years
it's
for
been
real.
10,000 years. It's been
When
so.
was the last time we played together? Was it like the Fun Bias game?
Jeez, I think it was.
I don't remember.
I think it was. I think it was that or the the stupid one I did that's based off the lyrics of the Talking Heads song. I think it was Fun Bias though. I think that happened after that.
Good lord.
Good heavens.
I know you miss him, Jamie. Your nickname is literally Fombaya's fan club president.
Von Bias makes me feel so bad. Like, I didn't expect any of that to happen. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Oh.
I don't know how it happened. It's like people started talking about Fombias again, and I was like, I should make a game, and then I started thinking.
Chloe with the giant knife pointed at the fucking dice.
Oscar is out.
I mean, I'm gonna scour
honestly,
this for, like,
Mod,
images to put in the video. I gotta put that in.
I'm not sure if we've been in a game together since the DMV.
Shut up.
No.
That can't be
What?
right.
There hasn't been a lot of activity with the Dota Studios folks, to be fair.
Oof. I mean, we've
To
all...
be fair, that also wasn't a Dodo Studios game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean.
We've all been going
played.
through fucking a lot in real life, so I'm not
Yeah.
all that surprised.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm delighted to finally get this fucking film canon, if nothing else, because I want you guys to be Batman and Robin, because it makes me very happy. And yes, it is the cheesy 60s film, the best one. No, well,
Of course it
the
is.
Lego movie is the best one, we all know that, but yeah. Second,
Yeah, that's
second
very
is
true.
the 60s one.
I've never seen a Batman movie in my life.
Hey,
Actually.
what?
Hold on. I'm gonna go calm Lily down. She be boofing.
Oh,
Oh God, she boofing.
give kiss. Woo woof. Wee woof.
I have to drop Tobias and Bobbin outfit.
Oh, we get all the
Please.
Yay. Oh,
You did
God.
things to me, Mod, with this costume.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, like, if you want to do something that's thematically appropriate for your costume right now, so if Bobbin wants to use those these crazy yo-yo things, like, we can say, like, I can reskin a whip for you and you can use it like that, or, you know,
God,
we can just bullshit
that's
it.
scary.
Whips have, like, a really low damage output in this game, which is nonsense, because whips are, like, so painful if you
They are bad.
They can, like, break shit. So whoever wrote like, the damage stats for a whip in D&D, I call bullshit. You have never seen actual whip work, and I'm disappointed in you. Because I want a whip on my character that's not, like, fucking underpowered. Sucks. I was gonna give Barbie a whip, you know, like the whole dominatrix barbarian, but she's actually really cutesy and asexual. But yeah, I then looked at the stats and I was like, that is a complete waste of anybody's potential. Are you kidding me?
That's bullshit.
Lame.
I'm sure there's probably Umbrew whips
Mwah. Oh, my face hurts. I've been
that
smiling
are
a lot.
better made.
This has been fun. Oh, heads up, we do
This
have
has been
to
so much fun.
we do have to wrap this game up before like 9 o'clock, because that's when the meds kick in and I will cease to function. And I feel like this is a one game, if that makes sense. Like, it wouldn't make sense to split this one in half. It's just sort of wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
I mean, to be fair, on the side of making this a 2-shot, it's that 1-shots are non-existent in Toonkind.
That's true, but also I have my pride in actually having made 1-shots. Yeah, thank you, Liz. Liz has faith in me. Thank you, Liz. Got my back.
I don't.
appreciate
I'm
that.
sorry. I love
You're
you.
rude and I hate you. No, I don't. But you're. The threat of
If
you
that
being
makes you
right.
feel better, I don't have faith in myself either.
Oh,
if
no,
I ever
honey,
DM again.
No, bro.
No, as in making 1-shots. I don't have faith
That
in
came out
myself to make a
so
1-shot.
negative. Oh my god, baby, no.
Don't explode me. I'll explode myself quite easily.
Please don't explode. Speaking of exploding, I think the next person in order is Chloe. Yeah, Alibi was one.
Yeah.
What do you mean, speaking of exploding?
Well, I mean, like, Playface has a lot of things going on. You just haven't seen it because the dice have been so
There's
cruel.
a lot of things that are very
So
wrong with
me,
this
I've
guy.
threatened them now. And I've pulled out my bullet dice, so we're going hard.
Okay, cool. I was, like, worried that I overpowered Playface, but, like, Playface is a significant
Apparently
character,
not.
So I was like, no, I haven't.
The dice did their best to balance it out.
Seriously.
Yeah. Lily's hanging out in the room with me now, so
She's
if she
vibing.
starts boofing again, I am going to kick her out. But for now,
Okay.
we have a donkey guest.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. I'm ready to resume the game if you guys are. I have restarted the
I'm
Yeah, let's do
always
it.
ready.
Cool. Everything working? Yes, good. Alright. Right. I'm gonna, like, say hell to it with these little shadow puppet shows. Like, I can turn it back on when it's your turn, but we have to be able to see stuff for, the blob. The blob to have a fucking good time. So, we're gonna go with the big
Sweet.
goo. And the big goo has just popped out of this drain up here. And, this poor sucker, which is Daisy, by the way.
Oh no!
Not Maisie. This was Daisy. So Daisy is the one that gave that, if I don't mind saying so myself, rather convincing scream, because you would. What the fuck is that? And Daisy very sensibly has got a torch, so can see, but it's like in a sort of a beam triangle, like probably about like this shape, if you can see what I'm doing with my cursor. But yeah, so Big Goo, what you gonna do?
Can I... Okay, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a thing on the ceiling that you don't have turned on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to enter it, but could I swing from it? Can I reach it and swing from it? What I want to do is I want to grab up on the ceiling, swing over, and piano drop on her.
Oh my god, yes.
No!
Yes. I will allow it because it's insane. I love it.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so Playface is going to stretch as much as it can up to one of the air ducts running along the ceiling, and is going to swing over top
Whee!
of Daisy
Oh,
and
no.
turn into a piano.
Brilliant.
Let me roll for that.
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
you just.
Oh wait, do I
fall-
even have to roll for that?
You don't. You just
Warning.
fall straight down. There is no attack roll.
I
As
think
long
I
as-
do,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
As long as you manage to navigate above a character and there's, a decent drop, which there is from this ceiling, it's a factory ceiling, yeah, you can, like, drop down.
Cool.
Great.
Now let me roll damage
Love
then.
that.
Yeah, poor old Daisy.
Please don't kill. The
That's
owls.
21.
21. Actually, that's a good question. Are you inflicting non-fatal damage, or do you just not care? Which is quite likely.
Are you going to kill one of the lesbians?
I don't want to kill one of the lesbians on the first day of Pride Month, but I do. I mean, I'll engulf
Yeah?
Oh.
You can engulf?
if
I mean,
Okay,
like, you've got to
yeah.
roll that damage. Oh, that's the damage. Oh my god,
I
that's
did.
the damage.
21 was the damage,
I
which
was
is
still,
why I'm like, I don't
seeing
want
that-
to
I was seeing
kill
that as an
her.
attack roll, and I was like, wow, that definitely hit. Oh boy, it did hit. Fortunately, Daisy is not made of paper. She's a good
Okay,
old,
cool.
good old CG iron, and she's got more to her than 21 hit points, but she is looking pretty ungood. And I think because you dropped on her as a piano, we have to go with the Toonkind status of dazed. So Daisy has been dazed and has stars and tweeting birds surrounding her head. She has no idea what's happening. So you can just engulf her for free. There is no resistance because she is dazed.
Yippee!
Yippee! Isn't this
Can I roll for the
fun-
jar too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can roll for the jar. Okay, so you're inside a drain pipe as well at the same time, which is really going to be fun for the person who is holding onto this jar if you manage to break out.
So it's still a strength saving throw?
It's still a strength saving throw. 15. You did crack the jar last time. Do I let it break? I'm gonna let it break. Yeah, you managed to break out.
Yeah!
'Cause, yeah, I think that's what you rolled last time to crack it, so it would make sense for it to break. Larry, much to your dismay, I'm sure, the key in the key. Where'd the key come from? What? My brain is like struggling so much; it's just coming up with random words. Anyway, the jar in your utility belt cracks. I don't know if you particularly notice because you're still like swimming down this pipe, but it has broken.
I mean, he was aware it was cracking. He did know it would only last so long.
Okay.
So I don't think it would be a surprise to him that it would break.
Okay, the glorp has been freed. Gonna put you on your own
Okay.
layer. You're free.
Here's the fun part. Which direction does it go?
That's a really good question. Where does this little glorp go? Because you can use your movement.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back out the way we came. I think I'm gonna try to get back into that room with the forklifts.
All right, so
Okay,
little glorp is going that way.
It has to take an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It sure does.
Larry, I will say you're going to do this at disadvantage. You're in a confined space, you're swimming, you're not, like, really able to access much in terms of, like, weaponry. You also don't know what would happen if you broke the pipe that you're in.
That's true.
So, I will ask you what you're rolling to attack with. If you're going to swing at it with your banjo, there is no way to do that. There is not room to do that. This pipe is only 5 meters
that's
across.
fair. That is fair. I like he's got his banjo with him because that is his light source, but it's perfectly fair that there's not enough room for him to actually
you
swing
take
it.
the banjo with you, but you would have had to like strap it to your back to swim.
Yeah. I think in that case, what he's going to do. All of his weapons have the same plus, so it's just a choice of which one would be the best for him to use.
You have so many. You've got a lot of toys. There is one which is thematically appropriate, which I noticed in your arsenal.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm rechecking the details on that just to make sure I do it properly.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna attack with that. He's gonna attack with his slingshot with disadvantage. It's an 18 to hit.
Ooh, okay, and you might want to describe this for flavor if you do hit, but it's a squid shot rather than a slingshot.
Yeah, the ink slingshot.
The ink slingshot.
So does an 18 hit your goo AC?
Chloe, does it beat
your
AC?
Does that disadvantage? Yes, it does.
Oh, it's a disadvantage, yeah, so you need to roll that again.
Cool. No, that was the disadvantage.
Oh, that was the disadvantage. Yeah, though 18,
that's what I was
18
asking.
does it.
Yeah.
Thank you for confirming.
That does it.
Yeah, okay, roll damage. And
So,
please describe how this
first,
happens, because it's a great
I will
item.
roll the regular damage on that. Oh, it's minimal. So, that's 5 bludgeoning damage. And he will expend a charge of Figley's exploding squid. So he blasted a little ink squid at you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So as the little lump is escaping upwards, yeah, I feel like you get about here, and Larry, you whip around, still like submerged in water in this tunnel. It's like kind of crazy. You see the blob disappear ahead of you, but you fire off, and your uncanny senses as a barbarian allow the attack to home in, and it is a squid. So I feel like the squid probably does something for you.
Absolutely terrifying.
So, let me describe what happens when I cast Figley's exploding squid. I summon a squid and fling it at a creature within range, which can exceed on a hit, the squid explodes in a burst of ink. The target takes 1d12 piercing damage and becomes blinded until the end of my next turn.
Good lord.
It's a good item.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That is a great item.
Piercing damage.
I'm going to complete your movement for you, though. So I think you actually get all the way up there because you're so crazy in these pipes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
You take 17 damage and are blinded.
You got that, Chloe?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, question, Maud. So I know that in Split, I go half and half for hit points.
Yeah.
But I split off a tiny portion this time. Would it still be half and half, or should I give this guy a smaller amount?
I was going to address that. So
okay.
I feel like, because we specified that it was just your head that came off, I'm gonna say, like, if your numbers are divisible into quarters, your head has a quarter of the hit points, if that makes sense, and vice versa, the other has 75%.
Okay.
Does that compute? I haven't got the brain to do that for you right now.
Yes, I'm still good. But I definitely took a hit, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you have splattered the splatter, and but the splatter will still reach that drain pipe. So that was your...
Even while blinded?
Oh, that's a good point. Hang on, what's your...
I do have a condition immunity to blinded.
You do, that's it.
Oh, boo!
Yeah, well, I mean,
What the hell?
Chloe's an
Hey, if you put ink on me, I can just grow an eye somewhere else.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you can just make more eyes. That's disgusting.
Clayface is an amalgamate, is like based off an ooze.
You're welcome.
Like the base
Ew,
stats
stop!
that are built off are a black pudding slime. So yeah, that kind of counts for that. Anyway, so the little loop has Skiped is up there. All right, so that was... Oh, whose turn was that? That was actually Chloe's turn?
That was mine, yeah.
Okay.
So now it's... Yeah, now I'm done.
Now it's Toby. All right. Toby, we're all the way
they're
back
out
here.
of the room by this point.
We haven't been moving.
They're out of the room by this point, I think, so they probably won't see the goop come back out.
I mean, the thing is, you didn't use your movement to leave the room, so you're still there. You would probably hear the mini goop come out of this drain.
Take a step back. Look, there's goop.
That's your step back. You just turn around like,
Son of a bitch.
oh god. Oh no, it's come back. So yeah, you technically can't see it because that's where the drain was, but you know where the drain was. You were literally just standing over it and saw Larry dive down it. And then
right there.
Something's happened, and then this has come back up out of it. It looks a little like it sounded like theoretically maybe a little bit smaller than it did last time, but I can't give you more than that.
What do I do about this?
What do
We
you
don't
do?
want to let this goo lose, and the goo is
The
loose.
goo is loose.
Yeah, the goose is loose.
Dissonant Whispers?
Yeah? It's a good time for slinging spells, I'll tell you that. I think you should do something about this gooey thing.
It doesn't say in the description that I need to see it, and
Yeah.
I know where it is anyway.
You do? I will allow that.
And it just needs to be able to hear me, so you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah? Okay.
Absolutely. That's an 11.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna
so.
do it. Alright, how much damage does the little blob take?
Yeah, it absolutely does not making. And
Oh, question. Does Alibi take this damage as well? Or, like, will Alibi have to make a wisdom save?
no, you whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear.
Ooh, okay.
So Alibi is fine. And
Yay.
so you take 3d6 psychic damage.
Dang.
So I'm gonna do that. With my dice again, and absolutely not the digital dice because I hate it. That's 6. It's 1. And that's 6 again. So 13 damage.
Oof, how you doing there?
Not looking great.
Ooh.
And now you must use your reaction to go away.
Run away!
To move as far as your speed allows away from the caster.
Okay, well, Chloe, you'll have to do that on your next turn. You'll have to escape.
Yeah.
Escape the nasty man. Okay. Anything else? Do you have a bonus action or anything?
I mean, not really anything that I can use in this situation.
Alright, that's fine.
So he might just get closer to
Oh yeah, you can use your movement.
Actually, he might leave the goo behind because it sounded really small and it did pretty good damage. So
You want to head
You
south?
find it somewhat alarming to know that the health was quartered and 30 damage hasn't taken it out
I
yet.
told you, man. This Playface has
Very bad.
has a lot going for it. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
They're a problem, but they haven't shown you how much of a problem they are. Okay, so
There are
you wanna go
bigger
south?
groups to take care of, so he might just abandon it behind, thinking that it probably did the job. He can't. He doesn't know.
Okay, so you're gonna
Jenny
head.
does not know.
You going south? Are you going north? Are you staying here?
Going south to the exit so
Alright,
that he
okay.
can go where the scream happened.
So your movement is 30, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, like about here, basically. So yeah, you managed to exit the room. Yay, yippee! Oh, what's that? What's
Look at
that
that thing.
thing? Oh, that sure is making a sound, and it's moving along this conveyor belt. So the conveyor belt, you've like not been able to see this since it was activated by yourselves. It is moving this way. So the bomb is moving from left to right in front of you, and you're like, oh.
They're just like, they stop there and they just see like the bomb go.
Watch it
It's just
slowly
like
go past.
strolling past you. Actually, where's the fuck, there it is. For the visual gag. Slow.
Elevator music.
It's actually going a lot faster.
Watching this happen.
It's going a lot faster because one of the things that happened when Larry was slapping that control thing is you boosted the speed, so it's at double speed now. So like this bomb is fucking moving along. So it probably gets like to about here while you're just like watching it by entering into its field, and it is hissing. The thing is, this is a prop bomb. No crazy person would have live explosives on set. Looks at Harold Lloyd.
That would be silly, right?
That would be ridiculous.
Looks at Harold Lloyd and the famous explosive actual bomb when he was taking a promotional photograph. That's a real thing. Look it up. He nearly lost all of his hands.
Yes.
Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, that's just a cartoon fake bomb with a fuse that's been lit from something somehow. Anyway, it's gone from right to left in front of you. That's basically all you can do about it right now because you have used movement and your action and anything else. So that's a problem for somebody else to worry about, surely. All right.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Larry, you're in a tunnel and your little goo friend has left you, but I guess you want to keep going in the direction you were, like...
Yeah, if for no other reason, then it would feel really redundant to just go back after it.
Yeah.
He's committed.
Okay. You got this far.
So, yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But what Larry will do is,
Well, would you look at that?
There's something here.
There's a
I
something
done.
here. Okay, here's the real shit, though, because I'm being very generous with this whole lit situation inside, like, a literal drainage pipe. I want you to roll perception to see if you can identify what the fuck that is.
Lorp. That's a net 20.
Holy shit, are you kidding me?
My God.
Oh my god. All
We
right.
really are stealing the luck tonight.
That's crazy to me. Okay, so what you are seeing is I can't believe you already found this guy. That's like so
What
much.
does Larry Ratman's eyes see?
So you see the back end of a pair of striped pantaloons, like swimming that way. They have big webbed feet, and they're like, you know, trying to like swim away. It's like a whole snorkel situation. So you can't really see like much of them, despite this natural 20. But those are definitely Yakuza striped pants, which is an interesting fashion choice for anybody, certainly in this situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Larry is, like, fully, genuinely, like, going to pants them.
Oh my god! Please roll grapple. So yeah, that's a an athletics check. Please do it with advantage because this fucker
Larry
doesn't
is using all the bully moves.
Like, you had a nat
He's
20.
just going full, like, hey nerd, what's up?
I love it. I love you for doing this. But yeah, also this Yakuza is facing away from you. He has no idea you're directly behind you. It's dark in here. He's about to be pants. This is the worst night of his life.
Chat, they do not know.
Yeah, so that's a 22.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
To pants this nerd.
You pants this nerd, but good. And the result is very surprising to you because it comes off not a posterior, but an egg. You have pantsed an egg. It has 2 little feet sticking out of the bottom of it, and it swivels around to look at you, ? Because it's an egg. It doesn't really have eyes. And this is the cartoon villain. So you may recall there's a rather cooler one, Oswald Cobblepot or something like that, called the Penguin. In this world, we have the egg. And it's just,
of course,
it's an egg.
He's a baby.
All of the
Humpty
jokes,
Dumpty looking ass.
all of the jokes are very egg-based puns about this guy. He's very cracked up at the moment. What has happened?
Oh.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he's like just kind of like there pantsless, but he only wears pants, so he's just fully naked now.
Yeah. And as he turns and looks around, Larry sucker punches him.
Oh my god! Please just roll an unarmed strike. I'm gonna cry. Shit, that's so funny. Oh, I love you.
That's a 19 on the die.
That's absolutely going to be
And-
this roll.
Christ.
Also, don't at me
Yeah.
if like technically grappling someone's pants off them counts as an attack. I'm like, I don't care. I need this to happen. All right. D&D rules are made for babies.
And then,
Not
since I
here
did
for
say
fun.
he sucker punches them, so it's an unarmed strike, so
Unarmed
it's just a
strike.
flat 5
Yeah.
damage.
A 5 damage. Okay, that doesn't actually make very much of an impact, and in fact, it actually seems to
But
propel.
no, it's the slapstick of the thing that's important.
It's so important to me, and I'm really happy you made that decision. Also, the egg, like, from the impact of your punch, is just like, kapow! And, like, disappears off this way into the darkness. It's an egg! You just punched an egg! What is he gonna do about it?
Yup.
You know? It's gone, baby! It's gone!
There was part of me that was like, I feel like just using like bludgeoning damage on an egg feels really mean, but also, you know, he didn't have to do this. He did this to himself.
He really
Sayonara, egg.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can just call him an egg as an insult. That will work.
What? You egg?
Oh my god. Alright, so Larry, you actually technically still have a little bit of your movement left, so this is a key decision. Do you want to go after the egg, or do you want to go left, which is more where the scream was happening?
Yeah, he is certainly curious about what is up with the egg. He's also curious about where the egg came from.
Maybe it was a chicken.
Maybe. Yeah, I think he's gonna head to the left.
Okay, I think
Because someone needs to tell him what's going on,
Yeah.
and the egg doesn't have a mouth.
I'm gonna be extra generous because I lost count. I'm gonna put you about here. I think that's probably where 60 feet movement.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. Anyway, you deserve it. That was absolutely hysterical, and I don't know what to say. It's just, you know, I want to give you an inspiration point, but I said I would be mean for this game because I give out inspiration points all the time for funny. But that was really fucking funny. I'll think about it. Okay. While I'm thinking that over, it's Alibi's turn, who is just like the most helpful player in this entire situation.
Of course.
Just so important right now. And he points at the bomb going past and is just like gesturing like, is that a problem? Like, should we do something about that?
No, I mean, it's supposed to be a problem, but considering all the bullshit that's been happening, I'm not... Puts a hand on this chin like,
it's still fucking moseying along.
Let's go.
It's
Let's go.
nearly, what I will say is it's like nearly out of sight, and Alibi is very apathetic right now. You have fully wrangled this fox, and you get the feeling, Tobias, that if you told him to do something, like, he would probably do it. So he's basically asking, like, should I try and do something about that? Or are you going to handle it? Because I'm not an
First of all,
ammunition
the
expert.
stream is gone. Second of all, yeah, can you go grab that bomb
Alright.
so that we can see if it's a real one or not real quick?
Okay, there's one problem with that. You're going to have to let me go, sweetie.
Yes, I'm letting you go. Of course I'm letting you go.
Okay, are you actually letting him go?
He grabs his yo-yo and he's going to tie around his wrist.
Oh, well done. All right, I'll let you do that for free. And yeah, Alibi was about to like beef it this way, just like yeah. But no, you curtail that thought before.
Tobias looks at him with like a big smile and a little halo over his head.
It's like, okay, fine. I suppose I'm going to pick up this thing that's definitely not a real bomb. This is not a real bomb. This is not a day that I want to be remembering ever again. Where's the thing?
Remember,
Okay.
you put yourself in this situation.
Alright, so, you have managed to get hold of the bomb. Or perhaps even
Not
worse,
the bomb!
the bomb. You have made the fantastic decision of tying yourself to Alibi, who now has hold of the bomb. So, he's now like, what do I do with it now? Do you want this? Do you want this? Can I give it to you? Here,
Let me
Have
take
it.
a look at it real quick.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. Like, he's just holding it and is like, are you sure this is a
At arm's length.
prop? This smells an awful lot like actual gunpowder to me. I don't really know.
Oh dear.
Can I make an investigation on the bomb?
Yeah, you can make an
To
investigation.
see if I can get any more details?
I'll
about
give
the
you
bomb.
this as, like, you know, Alibi isn't taking an action. Like, he's used his movement and he's picked it up. That was, like, easy to do. So in
That's
place
it.
of Alibi's action, Tobias, you can make an investigation roll about this bomb. The bomb.
Thanks. The bomb.
The bomb.
The
That's
bomb.
19 plus 5.
Yeah, that's a bomb. That's not the bomb that you were running
Yeah,
out
that's a
with
bomb
before.
for real.
That is a bomb that has been made.
For real.
This is a bomb that has been made to look like the prop that you were running around with before.
But it's not the prop.
But it's not the prop, and it is a light. It is like, that is a fuse that is on fire, and yeah, if you'd let it carry on down this conveyor belt, the machines are now active, and if one of those machines had attacked this bomb, it would have
What's the
exploded.
timer on the bomb?
So you narrowly avoided that. There's a machine, like, right to the left of this, like,
Oh, God.
circle. Like, you did good getting Alibi to pick up a live
How much
bomb.
time do we got on that bomb?
I mean, you don't know. That's the thing. Like, the prop is a prop. This is no basis to judge whether this thing's gonna go off in 2 seconds or 20 minutes. But it's still, like, hissing away. It looks, you know, if you've seen the 60s Batman film, it's big, it's
I
silly.
have not.
But it's also big, so you feel like this could do a lot of damage if it went off.
Okay, so I'm taking suggestions right now. If you were...
What happens if a
To
bomb
have,
goes
like-
off in your hammer space?
I mean, that is an excellent question.
I think that's a question for you to answer, Uni.
I have a feeling that would probably hurt the tune. I feel like I
Yeah,
have to
it
make that a
wouldn't
real
feel
question.
good.
No.
I mean, how about we
Yeah,
leave that
frankly,
debate? We leave that debate with Tobias and Alibi, who are discussing what to do with this bomb. And we're gonna go back to Playface, because Playface, you actually did something!
last
Yay!
I think the last thing he
Yay!
says before they switch is like, okay, so just, I'm taking suggestions. If you were to have a live bomb in your hands,
Theoretically.
and then it switches.
And Alibi's like, theoretically, right? Anyway, back to the go. All right, we've got two of you now. So we've got the goop up there and the goop down here, and I'm getting very confused. Hang on, let's move the big goo up close to the smaller one so I...
Can you please turn the stream on again? I can't see anything.
Is the stream not on?
No, it turned off.
Are you serious? I have been doing
It
this...
just like when you were talking about the bomb, so it's not that big of a deal. But
What?
Yeah, there wasn't really any movement happening.
Are you serious? I didn't turn off the stream. I turned it back on and it's not streaming. I have been playing toys with myself this whole time. Is it working now?
No. It was like 5 minutes ago and it turned off. It was not that
thank
big.
God.
I don't know why it turned off. But yeah, no, it's been working up until now.
Well, you'll have to watch the video after this, like the recording, because I was having a wonderful time. All right. Never mind.
It's back.
You have visual. Good. All right. So we have two of you, the
visual.
Little goo people. I feel like I should give you a better color because, you're not pretending to be Alabama anymore. I'll give you a yellow makeover.
Yay! I love yellow.
All right. So you tell me what you want to do.
I believe. I engulfed the entire map. Game over.
That's the egg that
I love the idea. Shit.
I eat everything.
Sorry, flashing image warning for that 1 second. Did not mean to do that. Oh my god. Alright, now you're visible. There we go.
We'll deal with the little guy first, because little guy up in the right, not having a great time.
No.
I think his primary goal at the moment is to leave.
Yep, fair enough. And also, remember, you have to run away from Tobias, but Tobias left the room. So, like, you kind of
right
feel...
outside the room.
You feel compelled to escape from Tobias, but, like, you know, Bobbin is down here, so you have, like, quite a large area of movement you can choose from up here.
Yeah, I'll probably go up.
Up? Okay.
I'll probably go up and out.
Okay.
And I'll probably hide in that forklift outside if I can get up to there.
Okay, I'm not sure. What's your movement, like, outside of drains? It should be on your character sheet.
I think it's just regular, it's just 30 feet, so I don't think I can, but I'm gonna head over there.
Yeah, okay, I think you get about here. Also, like, you're tiny now. You're like small.
Little guy, takes him a while.
Like,
Small little
every
guy.
time the goop monster gets hit, like, a little bit of plasticine, like, gets spattered. If you remember the game like this character was in before, they ended up being teeny tiny. Just barely big enough to carry one of their own eyeballs away from the scene. Okay, so Little Goop's gone as far as Little Goop can, but you still have all your movement for the big Goop, because you are now two characters.
Yes. And I believe... I'm looking,
and you just engulfed Daisy, so you have like all of Daisy's appearance if you want that.
Good job, you got a Daisy in your inventory.
Yay! I collected a Daisy. And not the flower kind. Anyway, let's. I think.
I'm just gonna
then at that point. I know you don't have it up right now, but on the map you gave me, there is on the big square machine.
Yes, there is. You're right.
There is a thing.
There is a thing. Do you want to go to the thing?
I'm debating whether to go to the thing or not. I think I might. Okay.
Okay. Great noise. What the fuck?
It's called Chloe Gets an Evil Idea.
Chloe, I adore you, and I ate your IDs. I love you.
Love you too. I'm going to crawl over to the conveyor belt.
Okay, which one? Like to the right or the left?
Probably the one on the right, so I can keep moving through things. Unless these machines look dangerous. Like, if by going through the machine, by subjecting myself to go through the machine...
I'm not telling you anything about the interior of the machine. What DM do you think
cool. I'll just suffer myself. I do want to go over to the... Yeah.
Also, I will tell you this for free. Like, if you get on this conveyor belt, like I've positioned you, it is moving in this direction, so you get, like, a free square of movement or two if you want to, because it's moving for you. But I'll put you there for now. You can also try and get on top of the machine. You don't have to go into it. Like, the conveyor belt runs through the machine, but you can attempt to climb onto the machine whilst you're, like, you know, approaching the door.
Okay, well, let me ask this then. If I because at this point, I don't think I know where anyone else is.
No, you don't. You've lost visual.
So I have no sense of directional goal, which is the thing that's messing me up in terms of what to do.
Well, you have your instructions. Like, you know what the boss man told you to do.
Yes.
And, like, how are you feeling in terms of success rate for that?
Pretty successful, not gonna lie.
Okay.
Having a pretty great day.
Yeah.
But definitely still wanting to do some funny things. If possible.
Yeah. You gotta make the big guy laugh, otherwise he might not laugh. And when he doesn't laugh, that's not great.
I think... See, the thing I wanted to have... The idea I had doesn't really work if no one can see it. So I think instead I'm going to climb over the conveyor belt and change my mind, and I'm going to head toward the big square machine. At least as close as I can get to it, which I think I can reach it, but I don't think I can do anything with it.
Yeah, you can, like, get to it. You can probably climb onto this corner.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, you're not approaching the maw of the machine, so I'll let you just, like, get up onto that corner of it for free, that's fine. Because, yeah, this blob monster can move on any surface. It is Spider-Man.
Indeed.
Okay.
At that point, I really don't think there's anything else I want to do.
Okay.
So I will hang out right there.
All right. I will now turn back to Toby's visual. I also need to make a bunch of checks because I think I actually forgot to last round, which is not good. Oh, finally. I'm going to come back to that. Oh my god. Two and a 4. Two and a 4, those last two. I'm not kidding. Like, it's unbelievable.
Why are both of us... It's like, both of us, really, with the dice right now.
In my case, like, it would also, like, help the players if I was rolling better. So, like, it's really unfortunate. Okay, so, this character is going to head towards that funny hissing sound that they heard. Probably gonna get about here. Alright, there we go. Okay. Yeah, alright, so Toby, it's your turn. Bobbin, you have a bomb. A bomb. A real bomb.
So what's my suggestion? He asked. So if you were to have a live bomb in your hands right at this second, what would you do with it?
Are you asking Alibi this in character?
Yes. It's in character.
Well, in that theoretical situation, I think I would try
Theoretically speaking.
I think I would try to cut the fuse. I think I would try to put out the fuse or cut the fuse. I think I want to put the bomb down as well. Can I do that?
Yes. Do you know how to get correct fuses and shit? Because... It's not gonna be that easy. I know it.
Yeah, I mean...
There's no way it's gonna be that easy.
Alibi gives you the look of a person who has never seen a bomb, let alone, like, taken a course on how to defuse a bomb before. Like, this fox...
If only we knew that Alibi is the perfect person to handle this bomb.
You don't even know how lucky you are that this is the guy holding the bomb right now, but, like, he's not gonna tell you that it's a good idea for him to be holding it, and he's like... Are you sure you wouldn't like to hold it? I mean, it's kind of a special deal. It's to do with your film, so I feel like you should be the possessor of this thing. And I'm like trying to palm it off on you really slowly. He's just like,
you wanted so badly to be in this factory with us. I'm sure you can help out a little bit.
You sure you don't want it? You want it? No? Okay, fine. Yeah, he's not happy
Playing
about
hot
this.
potato with the bomb.
Hot potato with the bomb is like absolutely where Alibi was going to go, but apparently Tobias doesn't want to play, and we have 25 minutes before.
Well,
my brain
they're
shuts
stuck
off.
together anyway, so you're not going anywhere.
Okay, good. So yeah,
Whether you have the bomb
seriously
or not.
though, like, does Tobias have anything that like Tobias wants to try to defuse the bomb? If that's the aim, you can also still use your movement. You can try and yeet the bomb somewhere. I don't know. It's entirely up to you.
Can the investigation I did do, like, help to know anything about the bomb itself, or should I roll another investigation?
I feel like that's a different investigation roll. Like, you are identifying whether this is a real fucking bomb, and it is. This is more like to do with, like, have you ever had any training to defuse a bomb? Do you have any idea how to...
Did the engineer teach Tobias Alcarwell how to defuse a real bomb?
Honestly, that's not an impossible scenario, but we're gonna see what the dice gods say, like whether or not you have had explosive handling training.
Investigation, then.
Because honestly, he tries to keep the explosives away from the lead actors because the face is kind of important. It's like... With him,
I mean, not for this one.
With him, it's never been a problem because he doesn't have one, and like his origins were with being backstage doing the being exploded. Larry, you're just a barbarian. Like, man, he thinks of you as like a very kindred spirit, and perhaps is a little too cavalier about it. I'm very sorry. It's almost. Try to look at it as a form of affection. He's half fire spirit, okay? Like. The man is not totally sane, is what I'm trying to say.
He's doing great.
He's doing real bad, but okay. Like, he's doing the best he possibly could. He's doing better than he was. Right, okay, Toby, is there anything you can or want to try to do? What have you rolled? Anything?
I rolled investigation, and I got a 15 plus 5, so...
Oh my gosh!
20.
Yeah, 20. Okay, yeah. You identify.
Not in that 20. Not in that 20.
Not in that 20. It's a dirty 20 though. 20 is still very good. That is silver medal accomplishment. That's very, very, very good. So you look over this bomb and you immediately realize that it's not as simple as it looks. And nothing is
Of course it did.
Nothing is with the jester. So you look closely at the fuse in this bomb and you're like, you son of a... So, if you try to cut this fuse, which most people would try to do, just to, like, snip it in half, it would explode. It's got an instant trigger, which leads down the outside. So, if you, if you break that, then it will just set off the bomb. There's, like, a whole other device for that. Likewise, because of said device, it looks like it's a very difficult bomb to put out with water. Say, because there's some sort of electrical component to this. A 20 isn't good enough to give you, like, an engineering diploma, which would be, if you'd rolled a 25, you would fully know how to disarm this thing. A 20 means, like, you have avoided the booby traps of this bomb. So you don't cut the fuse, and you don't put water on this fuse. But, there are other things that you can use to snuff out a flame, and you might be able to think of those now that you've erased the false possibilities.
And I do want to say, I thought about the question of a bomb in your hammer space, and I realized the point of hammer space is you pull things out when they're relevant, and you put things away when they're not relevant.
Yeah, this is very
a
relevant.
lit bomb is never not relevant.
Yeah.
You can't put it in your hammer space.
Sometimes you really can't get rid of a bomb, and this one is
you are stuck with the bomb
issue. But you've managed to avoid 2 massive booby traps, which is good. That's really good. Please understand that is a good roll.
Gonna tell Alibi. Okay, so bad news. We can't cut the fuse, and we can't put it underwater.
Okay.
There are no good news.
Super. All right. That's terrific. The thing is, Alibi can't make a move for you. Like, so unless you like wait for his turn. Like he can make an intelligence roll or come up with something, but even so, you still have your movement, and I'm gonna say that all counted as a really fancy bonus action. I'm feeling generous today. We need to end the game in 20 minutes.
Too nice to me.
I am. So like if you can think of any other way, okay, like player, my friend, my beautiful friend who is like, how can you think of another way to put out a fire, a spark, or anything?
I mean, fire needs oxygen, so if we can deprive the thing of oxygen, we can put on the fuse.
I think that is a very good way to go about solving this problem. So I'm going to share your intelligence with Tobias. You get that thought. So if you can think of a way of suffocating this fuse, then you may be able to stop it.
He's going to tell that to Alibi because he's going to think on it, but I think it's been enough for his turn.
Oh, if you're sure. Okay. I mean, like, with D&D rules, like, if you want to move, we can, like, run around with a bomb, like, oh my god! But,
I mean, they might start walking in the direction of the scream again because they don't really have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, sure, okay. So, like, you want to use all
your
your
movement.
movement.
The bomb that will explode.
Yeah, let's take this bomb towards the screaming person.
Well, you'll find
where
someone
else do
who
you
knows
want-
what to do with it.
Yeah. Alright,
There's people pretty much all around the factory, so...
Okay, you get about here. There we go. And I'm gonna make another roll because there is someone in the proximity. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's like one below what it needs to. It's on the machine.
So sorry,
You're the-
Maud.
Maud, you're the DM, you make the rules of what's below and what's above.
No, it's below. It's below the DC that I set, and it's hilarious because I'm gonna shame my own character right here. Look who's like here, like right fucking. He's right there, and like he can't hear it because there's so much other shit going on. There's also this person who's climbed onto this and is gonna use it to head towards over this. So like that started up, so he's distracted by
The
that.
orange
I
one
guess.
is just like, where the
The
fuck
ending is, like,
am I?
surrounded by question marks. Just what is happening? Did I hear someone hit an egg underwater? I don't know what that sounded. It sounded suspiciously like that.
Focused entirely on the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's so he's trying his best, man. Anyway, Larry.
Tobias is light on him, but like that person is looking away at the exact moment
It's
that
like
Tobias and I are walking
100%
by.
that. It would be funny if it wasn't potentially fatal. So, we're coming back to Larry. Larry, you just punched an egg and you're swimming down a tube. Shall we keep going?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Whee. We've got another
An
junction.
intersection.
I mean, I would suggest going up, frankly, because, like, I'm gonna tell you for free. That's
Okay.
That's not a helpful.
Up sounds good.
Okay.
Larry leaves.
Huh. Sounds like someone's driving over
When it
the
sucks,
truck
hit the bricks.
above me. That's weird. And we're gonna get about here. I think. Yes. I think that's 60 feet. Alright, so you're still swimming.
Okay.
You can hear a lot of, like, noise. Like, it's really loud in this pipe, as well as being claustrophobic and dark. And you're like, was this a good idea? But, you're in it now, so you gotta commit. Alright.
Yeah, you gotta commit to the bit.
Committing to the bit. Speaking of committing to the bit, Gloops, what are you up to?
Is it me? Was it not?
Is
Was it
he-
Delta first?
Is it not? Oh!
Oh my god,
it's
Alibi.
me first. It's Alibi. Alibi doesn't want to deal
It's
with
Alibi
the
first.
situation, though. Alibi would like it to be your turn. Yeah, okay.
Sorry,
back
buddy.
back to Alibi, who's like, actually, Alibi can technically move free now because, Toby, you're not, like, holding Alibi, but Alibi doesn't want to be alone right now, especially with this thing. So, like, Alibi's just been told that you could potentially, like, try to snuff out the flame. So, Alibi's gonna think real hard about this and is gonna use Mage Hand and is going to try to suffocate the flame. So, this is... What did I decide this roll was going to be? Not animal handling. Sleight of hand, that's it. Okay, so it's a sleight of hand.
Animal handling on the bomb.
Yeah. Okay, so sleight of hand, no, that's the wrong instruction. Roll You'd think I'd know by now. And I've forgotten already what my sleight of hand is. It's +3, that's not too bad. Okay. What I have to beat to suffocate this is an 18. It is quite high. Oh my god! It's the nat 20!
Yeah, baby.
Well,
It's the patented Delta nat 20. I mean, every single game this guy is in.
The dice were against him until the exact moment that he needed them.
Unbelievable. And of course, he doesn't even get his hands dirty because he's like, I'm not touching that. It might blow up.
I'm not touching that thing. What do you take me for?
You see a spectral, ghosty, it's like the classic cartoon hand with the glove with the 3 stripes on the back of it. And even it's like, oh my god, are you sure? Backs away for a second.
It just turns
just
to
like,
look at Alibi are you sure?
Yeah, it does a little cartoon thumbs down, and he's like thumbs up, and he's like, ah.
He tries to sign no,
I don't want to do it. But it grabs hold of the fuse, and you see it's a struggle. It's like, and the glove comes away, and it's all stained with soot, and the bomb has been diffused by the power of the dice gods, apparently. Just amazing. So Alibi's fully sweating and shakily just passes the bomb over to you, isn't even gonna let you not take it, and it's this belongs to you. I don't I did the thing.
I knew you could do it.
I did not. I'm just gonna excuse me, and he's going to run away. Right.
You're still tied to the string.
Boing! And he's like, ow.
Coming back.
He just gets really far, and then you feel his boing, and he's like, right around the middle. Ow. Okay, fine. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to do now? He's just sits on the floor, fine, fuck you. Alright. That is the end of Delta's turn. What a turn. What a turn for Alibi. Actually managed to do something useful. Alright. Okay, let's hurry
job,
through
little buddy.
this. Okay, so we got Big Goop, Little Goop. Are you gonna try and reunite?
I'm gonna make it easy on you. Not necessarily. Little Goop's gonna go hide in the forklift.
Okay. Gonna hide in the forklift, and you're the right colour for it, so that's great. Yep. Okay. Invisible.
Big Goop is gonna drop onto the conveyor belt at the exit of the machine.
What, this
and shapeshift into Daisy tied up on the conveyor belt and start screaming.
You're a genius. Okay, so you drop onto this part, right?
Yes.
Okay, so again, this conveyor is at double movement already. So you actually get to here. So you are heading towards the machine, but you're doing a very good impression because you literally are Daisy. And for the love of God, somebody please... Oh my god, why is the dice gone behind my computer? Are you serious? Come back here, you fucker. Right, I don't know what that was, it doesn't count. Forklift Man is, already on a mission. So apparently, yeah, that's not gonna do it. Eggman doesn't care. Eggman is trying to escape, but is kind of stuck against the grate right now.
Dr. Robotnik, what are you doing here?
Oh my god, the engineer finally grows a pair of ears with his... He's, massively built for perception. So the fact that I kept, bungling those rolls was absolutely killing me. Alright, the engineer distinctly hears his co-worker screaming. And because I sort of run these characters per, convenience, basically, he's going to jump onto the conveyor belt and run along. He's going to then try and make an athletics roll to jump onto the machine rather than go through it, because that would be insane. But, it's not beyond him,
Lord.
frankly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising.
It's not out of character for this guy. D20 plus something ridiculous. There we go. 16 just makes it. Oh my god, that was what you needed to. So he slips a bit, but somehow manages to catch onto the edge, and he's oh, okay, and continues to run. He's using his dash, right? Yeah, okay. So he actually gets to here. So So yeah, he's on the conveyor belt as well. Like, trying to save Daisy, in inverted commas, who is screaming. There's also this little setup here. You're a genius, Chloe. That's evil. I love it. Alright.
Hee
Okay, Teehee indeed. That is your turn. Toby, we're back to you. You have managed to defuse a bomb and not have your prisoner escape.
Now we're running towards the screaming.
Yeah, you are definitely heading towards that screaming too. Let's...
An alibi is coming with, sorry buddy.
No, it's fine. Let's head up this way, because that's probably the quickest way to get there. Okay, you get to here, actually, I think. So you can just about see the edge of this this doohickey in front of you, and you're pretty sure the scream is, like, here. So you're, like, real close. Is there anything you want to do? You can't move any further unless you dash.
I mean, I could dash. I have nothing else to do. I don't know who is screaming. I don't know what the situation is.
Okay. Yeah, you can dash. Like, we can keep going. All right. Hello. Just
Hi, Dad.
Going.
Bye, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Bye, Dad. He's like, what? By the way, I'm carrying a real bomb, Dad. Look at this. So, yeah, I think conveniently you probably...
Also, you've got that one guy tied to you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, actually, wait, I took an opportunity away from you. So, okay, you can run towards the scream. Now, you can either keep running in parallel to this conveyor belt, or you can get on the conveyor belt like the engineer is, and, like, ride it, basically. So, you know, you will be moving at the same speed as the damsel in distress.
Can he jump over it to the other side?
Let's find out. So it's the same challenge, so you have to roll a 16 to jump over, and I have to make that roll as well as Alibi is tied to you.
What skill is it again?
That would be athletics, I believe. You could make an argument for it being acrobatics.
That's not 20 again.
Oh my god, are you
what?
What is happening? What is happening?
Sorry.
Let's see.
Lewis, I'm stealing your dice.
Oh my god, and even Alibi
you're
made
really
it.
good for me.
Even Alibi made it, like, on the, like, 16 exactly, so somehow, even
right
this
in front of the engineers.
highly unathletic goose and, like, you know, just like, bye dad, wee! Right, okay.
What?
Parkour.
So, like, yeah, you're getting,
Parkour.
like, pretty close to where the scream was. Hang on, I've turned off the scream, so I can't see where the scream is. That's
Where's
the
the scream?
hidden one. There's the scream. We've actually run right past it. You're that hot. You're going right past her. Although she will have moved, actually, to be fair. So let's move your big goo along a little bit, because you're at double movement, so you're like over here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that's the whole setup here. Little Goo, you kind of missed your attack of opportunity because of that hurdling. But, you know, it was a good plan. It's a good plan. It could still work. Toby, that was your turn. I feel like that's all you can do because you dashed. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no.
okay.
He has nothing to grab it, but...
What an
he'll
exciting
grab
round.
that. Definitely Daisy.
God. Okay.
Next time.
Larry, meanwhile... still in the fucking pipe.
Hi.
Let's get you out of this fucking pipe, bro. I'm actually just gonna
We're
take
finally
you.
I would like to get out of
regrouping.
the pipe.
I don't even...
I would like to find a grate and get out of the
I
goddamn
don't
pipe.
even care, like, if that was more than your movement. You're getting out of this fucking grate. Pop, out you come.
Yay.
And look, you're right near the screaming damsel in distress that everybody else is trying to save, but you can't see them because I've turned everybody's lasers off. But, yeah, you can certainly see and hear Daisy, who is tied on the conveyor belt a la traditional silent movie.
Horrendous.
Yeah, figures. I mean, there's nothing preventing him, as far as he knows, from just grabbing her and pulling her off the thing.
Yeah, you do have a little bit of reach, because I think I was a bit generous with how much you moved there. So you've got to come up with an inventive way to reach the damsel, or at least, cut her ropes.
Okay. Looking at all his stuff. And I know he's got something that can just deal with that.
You can
I just
use
need to
like
figure out which
everything.
of his things.
You can use everything now because you're outside of the pipes.
Yeah. I mean, heck, he's going to do something inadvisable that will, if it works, will look really cool, but if it doesn't, is just a truly horrible idea.
I love it. Please
Um,
go for it. That's like the best possible.
We're begging you at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna pull out his oboe, which is a javelin, and throw it to try and break her ropes.
Actually, I'm going to reflavor this. So you are presently dressed as Ratman. You have a utility belt, and they're not batarangs, but they're ratarangs. So we can flavor those as like,
Yes.
you know,
That makes perfect sense.
rat
Thank the
boomerangs.
gods.
But like, just roll it
Yeah,
as the javelin.
instead of wing shapes, it's got big sharp ears.
I love it. Okay, roll the javelin attack, but that's what you're using as your patented rat
Yeah.
rang.
All right, I will
dear.
roll.
We cannot forget
So
what
that's
we
a
have.
17 to hit.
I would say
Yeah.
that hits, yes.
I don't know. I guess I roll damage on ropes.
Yeah. The thing is, those ropes were conjured by the amalgamate, so technically, Chloe, that is part of you. So you are going to take this amount of damage because that was your disguise.
I am. May I also ask, what type of damage do the Ratarangs do?
Real good question.
Slashing, probably.
Yeah, they would. If they're ratarangs, then it would be slashing.
That's very fair.
Okay, thank you.
Don't say it like that.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Nice. That's. Oh, I forgot to put my dice roll in here. This is 10 plus 7 to hit, and then it's 6 plus 4 equals and slashing.
Nice.
And slashing damage, which I'm sure you're having, but I don't know that because I don't know what's going on.
You are so honorable, and I truly do respect that. Thank you.
All right.
Um,
Do you want to describe? Shall I describe who's doing this?
I feel like, we have the description of what Larry was doing as an action, so I do feel it behooves us to ask you, the victim, to describe what actually happens on impact.
Yeah. So, Larry, you successfully throw these, and they seem to cut the rope where you were aiming, except the ropes come alive. Like, they start wriggling up and forming together, and now there are two things as Daisy starts kind of rising up and glooping again, and becomes the same
this
sort of
is
gloop
just what
monster.
we're doing today.
Yeah. Let me just see if Toby sees this, because I have a feeling that you do. Sorry, I've got this.
I mean, he did see, like, I think he sees, yeah.
I mean,
Just about.
I'm gonna say, like, actually,
Alibi at least
Alibi, like, gets more of a view of it than you, and Alibi is so
Tobias is
not okay.
squinting.
It's just like, oh no, it's not this again. Like, I know it's not Alibi's turn, but like 100% like, scampers to the other side, like, just
Human shield.
fully
Human shield.
hiding behind Toby, like, just like, don't let that thing come anywhere closer to me, unknowing of the other one that's right over here. Anyway, right. So that has happened, and I'm gonna say, because it is like, we roll for like laughs and everything, but at the end of the day, it's got to be rule of cool over everything else. So I'm gonna say at this point, the lights finally come back on. So I'm gonna have to take a second.
Point of order.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
I do get 2 attacks per action.
You
and
do.
I made 1, and then it revealed itself to be a whole thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Do
It's
I
two
get
things
another?
now.
It's two things.
Now. It is two
It
things.
is
Two whole things. Two partial things, actually.
2 whole things.
All right, but even so, I'm gonna get the lights up because we need to be able to see what's happening, so we can see this awful, hideous
fine with
display. Ignore the tiny line of black. I cannot fight this program any more than I am already doing. So
You're doing
Don't
great.
even worry about it.
oh, actually, hang on. The engineer's been dragged along the conveyor belt as well. Oh, he's just having a wonderful day. I'll save you. Oh,
no.
God!
He's
ew.
right.
He's
right behind me, isn't he?
By the way, you may have noticed that Mr. Egg has disappeared. Mr. Egg has left the building. So Mr. Egg has actually managed to vanish. The guy who's like on the forklift truck is like, oh fuck, I never managed to get my certificate. I'm just gonna run. By which I mean, he actually drove up here, but I can't be bothered moving that whole fucking thing. This is Eric, by the way. This is Eric down here.
Oh, fair.
Hey, and he's
Hi,
like still
Eric.
dressed as the villain. Like, so you've got the fool like jingling miserably across the floor to come and help. Only to see Daisy, I suppose, turn into that god-awful mess, which is just, like, absolutely hideous. Just
That fucking thing.
nightmare world, really. Okay, right. We now have more characters appearing. It is also 9 o'clock. I'm going to do something rather drastic, and that is I'm going to take a massive swig of this highly caffeinated drink so that I can last another half an hour.
Oh boy.
Okay, right. We're doing this. We
believe
have
in
to
you.
wrap this up in half an hour, or I will perish, okay?
Yes.
I'm doing this for you.
Just fill the whole map with yellow. Done.
Right. I am actually just
And
going to
go.
stick...
Done.
I'm going to stick the other characters, like, in order behind Playface, like, according on what they roll. Okay, that's Eric. And... Oh, yeah, I don't even have to roll for Daisy, because Daisy is, like, KO'd right now. Like, Daisy is inside the goo monster, by the way.
Sorry.
I mean, we don't know that,
Teehee.
though.
You don't know
The
that.
lesbians are in the goo.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if I explained the rules to Chloe. When you have taken half your hit points of damage in whatever form has consumed a person, they get spat out.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, since I split into two and I took 2 halves, would that count then?
No,
or do
no,
I
no.
have to wait?
It's half of the hit points, half of the hit points of the mass that you use to consume said creature.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, we have to do half damage to the form that took the victim.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, sorry, that's a bit confusing. I think
I'm
I
keeping
forgot to-
track, don't worry.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah.
I've totally forgotten who is doing what. Larry, you just went, right?
Larry's
So
second.
Larry's getting another
second attack.
attack.
Larry's getting another attack. It's still Larry's turn, you beautiful beast.
Get it,
Go for
Sass.
it.
Yeah,
Thank you
this
for
time this
remembering.
time he's gonna go to the old standard and do a big old bonka.
Yes.
And also I think at this point this is annoying. He can tell that there's weird stuff going on, but no one will tell him what it is because they're rude. So it's
I'm
rage
sorry,
time.
Larry.
It's
Larry's so
time to
valid.
do a rage.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Larry. Explode the guy about it.
Yes!
Yeah.
Excellent user.
So okay. That is once again 19 to hit.
Yep. Definitely does it.
Wait, no, sorry. That is a 19 on the dice plus 7. So a 26 to hit.
Woof. I mean, yeah. That definitely hits. That hits even more than the previous one.
And yeah. And I always I'm sorry. I'm looking through because I always forget a bunch of barbarian abilities, so I'm just doing a quick read through to make
No,
sure
it's
I'm not missing
absolutely fine.
anything.
I also do that all the time.
Yeah. Okay. I think I just get to do the damage and then also the divine damage. So let's see. Like banjo, D10.
Doop, boop, doop, boop.
That's this one. That's 9 bludgeoning, and then also with
My god, this is gonna be
what's it?
a spicy meatball.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
But
playing Barbarian is fun because you do one thing and you do it real good. Hit.
yeah.
For real.
Smack a motherfucker.
So that's a total. So that 9 bludgeoning and 10 radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Which I don't know. I don't know if you have bludgeoning, but I don't think you get to have radiant.
I don't think you do even take bludgeoning.
No, I can do.
Yeah.
No, those are both of those. No,
Yeah,
neither
yeah.
of those are on my
Yeah.
immunity.
Okay,
So.
19 damage to your big gloppy weird face.
Nice.
Yay! At least
He
one
gave
of
you
them.
so many
yeah.
opportunities to play nice, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know the difference between nice and not nice. Yeah, no, you hit one. I feel like you hit one of them, one of the two amalgamates, because there's 2 now,
Mm-hmm.
into a dazed state, and it stays on the conveyor belt.
Nice. Okay, that's Larry's turn.
Good job.
He moved. He bonus actioned. He attacked twice. He did all the things he can do.
He came, he saw, he conquered.
Very good.
All right.
He violenced.
He violenced. Okay,
Yeah.
great. In stark contrast, it is now Alibi's turn. Alibi really wants, like, you know, he can see what the problem is, or at least one half of the problem. And he can see the engineer, who he doesn't actually want to be having to interact with. You can also see there's, like, Larry and Toby, and there's another guy coming up from the south, and he's like, y'all have this. I'm gonna peace out. And you may remember that I did not.
Yeah, he missed.
I did not before, but I am 100% misty stepping. So, briefly surrounded by a silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. He is out of here. He is going to...
he is getting the fuck out of here.
And I don't believe I am restrained by a piece of string. Goodbye. And just to make things fun, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's probably where he's going to end up. Hang on. 10, 20,
right next to the other.
right in front of it, in fact. That's even better. I'm a genius, he says to himself.
Nothing can go wrong.
Nothing can
go wrong here.
I mean,
Never punished.
listen, I could also, like, do a bunch of other shit. This is a bonus action. I could run the
Face
fuck away.
auger time.
I could run away, I could cast a magic spell, but for the sake of comedy, I'm gonna stay right here. So, we'll see what happens.
Hey, you know, Alibi, those forklift like prongs are pretty nice to lay in. It looks like a nice little hammock.
It does,
You could-
and
you
like,
could-
honestly, I feel
Just-
like this... I feel like Alibi is...
lean on one.
Alibi is
have a good rest.
curious. Alibi is curious enough, like, he kind of wants to see the monster get a little bit beaten up, because, like, this is cool, but also, like, he's...
It's
like,
not
he's
every day you get
Free
to see
entertainment.
a fight
Hey,
like that.
exactly.
Free entertainment.
Popcorn?
Free
like,
entertainment.
Yeah, 100%. So he's gonna stick around for, like, maybe one more round, he's thinking, and then he's gonna go. But, like, he's totally safe here. Like, he's even got extra added cover because of this weird machine. He doesn't even know what kind it is because he's that fucking lazy. Speaking of which, it is your
He's not
turn.
forklift certified.
Playface, it is your turn.
Whee! Okay. In that case, we'll start with the little guy first. 'Cause that's always fun to start
Yeah,
with.
I can't imagine what gave you that idea. Like,
What do I have to roll
Bring the little
to
guy.
control the forklift?
okay, so you are not. I'm gonna say this right now. You are not forklift certified. Like, just
Really? I never would have guessed.
like, it's just not gonna happen. The thing is, like, I know what your intelligence is.
Uh-huh.
It's an intelligence roll, and you have to beat a 16 to use this successfully.
Okay.
However, if you, like, botch it, we can argue that something else would happen here.
Well, I think I don't even know if like it knows what the different controls do. I think it's just gonna jump on the control panel and start pushing
It's gonna
things.
pull Larry. It's
fine.
gonna hit buttons and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
Yeah,
like-minded.
maybe.
Like-minded.
In that case, what I want you to do is roll a d6, and I have a list of things that can happen as a random result of pissing around with a forklift truck.
That's a 2, my friend.
Well, guess what? We're going to go south for like a while. So yeah,
Going on the ride.
you managed to hit like the accelerator on this forklift truck. Please imagine that the forklift is going. I'm just moving us. So we end up like
Wow, look at that forklift go.
like we end up about here, and the only reason we stop is because we hit this conveyor belt. Yeah, these forklift trucks have like massive movement. It's a shame that you didn't pick up on that, but hey, we're here now. So yeah, hang on, if I can find where the layer with the forklift trucks are.
Yeah,
I
but
can
they
move
don't
those
go
too.
in the sewers.
Unbelievable! I cannot find the forklift trucks. Where are you, you son of a bitch? Do you ever do this? Like, you're
No
drawing
forklift.
something and you're like, what is the layer that thing was on? Anyway, that's like the turn. Alibi is going to take some bludgeoning damage from that. I cannot find these forklift trucks. Right, fine. Be like that. I'm not
You just hear
leaving.
a scream behind them and then see a forklift take off.
Yeah. Eric just sees this go past in the background. There's like an almighty oof as Alibi takes. What is it? It's not too bad actually. It's a 1 on a D8. It could have been an 8.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Takes a 1 of bludgeoning damage as this forklift truck that won't
You
move.
got in the perfect position
Yeah.
to like take the least amount of damage.
Is it on the layer that's no? Those are the.
I think it was layer 6, but maybe that's...
I am going to scream. Anyway.
You should have a tool that is made so that if you click on the forklift, it'll take you to the layer
No, it wasn't.
directly.
I should have
Yeah.
labeled them is what I should have done. Like a normal, like, actual artist. Look, that's one that's not on the layer with everything else! You son of a bitch, where are you? Oh, it's taunting me. That's so unfair. I hate this. Oh, my life is a ruin. I've been thwarted by my own hubris. Anyway, let's move on. That fucker. Anyway, you are not here. You don't exist. I'm gonna draw over you just because I hate you. Anyway, whose turn is
You
it? I've
son of
lost.
a bitch.
Oh, it's Playface's turn. Okay, so yeah, you're still up.
Yeah. Okay, so, question. Is change shape a bonus action? Like, could I still attack?
I can't remember what I wrote. I'll say
It's not in the actions section, it's just under the, like, features, so...
I'm gonna say it's a bonus
doesn't have- it
action.
doesn't specify.
Let's make this happen. Like, I have like 15
Because I want to do the
minutes on
silly,
clock.
I want to do the silly thing,
Do
the
silly
Disney Channel thing
Let's
that
do
we were
the silly
talking.
thing.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember I said I wasn't gonna break any Disney Channel rules.
Yeah.
So what happens? The bigger of the remaining play faces,
Mm-hmm.
kind of is like twisting and turning and looking at the 3 people now around it, having a bit of a moment because oh god, there's a lot that suddenly there's so many people here. And y'all remember that time in Gravity Falls where the shapeshifter couldn't figure out who to be, and so just became both Dipper and Mabel at once.
Oh boy.
Every time I'm
This
like,
thing.
Yeah,
I
we
can't get
remember
more
that.
disgusted than this, and then you surprise me every single time.
I said I wasn't gonna cross Disney Channel lines. This was on Disney Channel. I'm allowed.
Ancient sins. Ancient sins.
I find ways to break the rules. It turns into a kind of cross between all 3 of you with some extra limbs poking
Oh,
out.
I hate that.
Ugh.
And since Larry, you just did hit it multiple times, it is going to attack you back.
Come at me, Scrub
It's real.
Sorry, I'm just having a really good time playing with dolls here.
I like playing with all of you.
Yeah, it's gonna come over and. Oh my god! I imagine it doesn't. Cool.
I mean, with the 13,
I think that's the only attack I have.
I feel like this horrifying monstrosity attacks you. Larry, how do you dodge this?
He steps to the side. He just refuses to engage with the horror of what he's looking at.
No, I don't think so.
No. Unbelievable. I cannot. Just like, it's like, nope. Okay, fine. Okay.
Larry casts power, nuh-uh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, basically.
Superb. All right.
Larry's disinterested energy is too powerful.
100%.
Playface is like, come on, we're gonna play. Look at this crazy thing I can do. Larry's like, seen it before.
He has, honestly.
I've seen it
Mercy
all.
can do some wild shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the engineer is just kind of like, what a fucking day is this? Alright, so who is that? You know, like pointing after where Alibi shot down, like just run over by a fucking forklift truck driven by God knows what. Like, anyway, so the engineer is like, okay, so this is clearly the more pressing issue. I am going to help deal with the big thing, but I haven't forgotten what? And also, Toby, why are you holding the prop bomb? It's not a real bomb.
Oh, it's not a prop.
It's not a real.
It's okay, we took care of it.
Okay.
With a big smile.
Honestly, boss, I think I got this guy, so you can worry about the other stuff if you wanna.
You know what? Alright, sure, it's a topsy-turvy day. The director will take direction from the pecking. Alright, I'm off. But
Just a heads up, I punched an egg in the sewers. I don't know where it went.
You punched an egg in the sewers?
Yeah, I was wearing pants, but it's not anymore.
Is that like an anatomical region of an egg that I've like previously not been made aware of? But no, you mean you were actually in the sewer? You were wearing your outfit for the movie in the sewers. I'm gonna have to wash that out. Anyway. Right, I guess I'm going down here. And like for a second, the engineer runs on the conveyor belt and then realizes he's moving at like a quarter of the speed because it's like rolling the other way. And he's like, oh fuck. All right. It's like, and I'm underneath a scribble here for some reason. I can't imagine what that's about. All right, fine. What a day. Anyway, yeah, he's just booking it down here. He's gonna get about. Yeah, he won't make it that far. He's going to make it about there, but he does actually have line of sight on this thing. Would you say, Chloe, that I like he can see the strange thing that's driving this vehicle?
I mean, it depends on how you imagine the forklifts, but yeah, if imagine there's windows, imagine you can see out of them, then yeah, you can definitely see in.
Okay, there's just this tiny little, like, plasticine glob with an eye, like a single eyeball at this point.
Yeah. It's like just banging everything.
Okay, so yeah, he's just going to fish one of his daggers out of his boot, and he's gonna throw it. He's gonna throw it at the disgusting little blob thing. What the fuck is that? It's gonna die. All right. Has it done? Did it do the thing? 28! Yes, it did the thing. Alright, yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah, I feel like that probably does it, but I will roll damage. It's 1d4 plus 5. You might even survive this. D4 plus 5.
I don't think it's possible for me to survive this.
Wait, I rolled it stupid. Hang on. An 8! Oh!
I do not survive this.
You
Yay!
explode. Yeah, this knife just cleaves through you, and I think it like manages to skewer the single eyeball that's left, just to make it even worse. And it like,
Ew.
like the knife could have like kept going and like hit Alibi, but of course it just like sails narrowly overhead and like goes in the like wall behind on the other side of this conveyor belt.
Nice.
Like Alibi sort of sunk down, like okay. All right, that's Engie's turn. Now we've got poor Eric, who has no idea what's going on. He's just like, okay, I'm going. What's he gonna do? Like, he's an actor. He is not actually built for any combat. Eric is a soft
It's okay,
boy.
Eric. We're taking care of this.
Eric has fewer hit points than Daisy and Maisie. So, like, it's really lucky that Eric didn't get attacked, because, like, Eric probably would have
He's just a
died.
little guy.
He's just a little guy. So, yeah, he ran all the way forward, like, looking like he's gonna be, like, so heroic, and then he's just like, absolutely not. Not in my paycheck. That is not what I
Yeah,
am.
don't worry about it, hon.
The union will not support me for that decision. Toby, finally, it's your turn. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Why are you apologizing? It's fine. Dissonant whispers on the big guy.
Yeah, dissonance whispers on the biscuit.
Yeah.
That's a wisdom saving from Chloe.
Wisdom save for you.
Oh, I've got to
Absolutely.
obliterate the little-
I'll also remind you, there is another little part of it that's split off, but it's still on the conveyor belt and probably will be going into whatever the hell that machine is soon. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's its problem.
17? Shockingly?
Meets it, bits it. Just enough.
Okay. Do I take half damage or anything, or?
You do take off damage.
Ah, there it is. There's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kicker.
Totally there.
Hold on, I need, so I need to roll my 3d6 again.
My computer is trying to melt a hole through the desk. Please hang in there, buddy.
Oh no.
Just a few more
Just
minutes.
10
Just a
more
few more minutes. You can do this.
Take 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Okay.
Have you spat out Daisy yet, or are you hanging in there?
I believe I'm adding numbers.
Adding numbers is the hardest part of D&D. I completely understand.
Imagine doing maths in your D&D.
Couldn't be me.
Ugh.
I think we're like one more hit away from that.
Oh,
but-
exciting!
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Go in the machine.
Like I gave Playface a lot of meat. Like this game has
You
gone,
did.
Like this game could have gone so many different ways. It's really interesting that it's ended up being like this. But hey, the dice gods, they have a sense of humor. All right, so you did Dissonant
It's been
Whispers.
fun.
Anything else you want to do? Want to use your movement? Bonus action?
I mean-
Be a bard?
The engineer's got it handled over there, and he doesn't really have any other attacks that he can do.
Okay, if you're sure.
But he might go over to the little part that's still on the conveyor belt and try to snatch it next turn
Oh.
before it goes in the machine.
Yeah, okay. Okay, you can totally make it though. Alright, you're
And it encroaches.
crunches. Okay, like you're right here. Like, Chloe, how big is that piece? Like, would it be actively like, a threat? Like the small one was still, as it were, a threat, but it's still like tiny.
This one's bigger than the other smaller one.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
All right.
So
Okay, Toby, you have
it's definitely
fine.
a threat.
you have physical like reach. You can like have a go at grabbing that next turn. You've used your action, so I'd say that would take.
Yeah, that's
physical
what I
action.
said. You'll
Alright.
snatch it next turn. It's
Okay,
fine.
okay. Yeah. All right, Larry. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Ready to do another bonk?
Bonk. Gabonk. Gabonk, gabonk, gabonk.
Bonka da bonka.
Smack
bonka da
my
conka.
bitch up. Ah!
Ooh, that one misses.
Oh, shit. Well, it is a globby monster. Like, you've got to imagine this thing is oozing and goozing, and, like, you know how you try and pet a cat and it just, like, melts under the hand? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So first
between
attack,
the many.
first attack is with.
With-
Second attack is not with.
Oh.
Yeah, I think if you do the first
the
one,
one
it'll
on that
it like between its collective 3 mouths question mark, it should be like, try again, then.
He immediately gets it in the face.
Yeah.
Bam. All right,
Bonk.
I will.
Yeah, don't tempt him with a
Yeah.
good time.
Well, if you insist.
Okay. That's that, and that's that. What's the pluses? Mm.
D&D is the game with math.
And
Who invents the game with fucking
bludgeoning.
math?
And for the radiant damage, I always forget. Oh wait, I also forgot.
Oh, you're raging, so it should be like
Instead,
fucking double, right?
yeah, raging gets me extra
Oh, shit.
damage.
Oh, I
I
feel
am
like
in
it's
danger.
a bit tricky to do retroactive damage. I'm afraid. Let's just
Yeah,
Let's just
yeah,
keep
we
going
can't
from
do
here.
retroactive
I can't
damage
do
on the
that.
last one.
I am not Brennan Lee
only
Mulligan.
2 more hit
I
points.
am not Brennan Lee Mulligan.
But and then I'm sorry, I was in the middle of doing something, then I remember the other thing to do.
It's
Okay. And equals 7. So that's 19 more damage.
Oh my gee. Okay, I feel like
Yikes.
Daisy is gonna be back.
Daisy comes out.
Splat!
Yay!
Yuck.
God damn.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Days.
She just like gets spat out that she ends up like over there. It's just like
She's dazed, alright.
I never want to see
Hey.
anything made of plasticine ever again.
And I don't have any bonus actions or the like I can do. So, yeah. Larry do one thing, Larry do hit.
Mm-hmm.
On God.
Yeah. I
mean,
do
hit
honestly
good, though.
feel bad at this point. Like, I really feel like he should have gone after that stupid egg. Because Clayman is not giving any answers about why any of this happened. And that's really pissing him off.
I mean,
you haven't particularly tried that hard to ask.
yeah. Conversation hasn't really happened.
I tried multiple times.
You were at the one in the jar. At the one in the jar that was angry that you trapped it in there.
Yeah.
I asked you before that point.
Yeah, but that was before you'd beaten the shit out of it. Like, things may have changed now.
I'm just saying, you should try to ask it again.
Hey, nerd, you're losing. Tell us what's going on.
Does that work? I mean, does that fucking work?
Not nerd. Help Chester get fixed. Have fun.
This is fun. You're having a fun time with this. You're enjoying how this is gone. Okay. Do you want to maybe reconsider your position and knock it off?
Miss Chester not happy with me. Finished job.
Is he ever happy? Is he ever genuinely happy? Because I get the feeling he's generally pretty mean to everyone who works with him. He seems like a really unpleasant person to be around. Do you want to be a part of that?
I'm normal. Fix me.
You're broken? There's other ways to fix than hanging out with a bad dude who's mean to you and everyone else.
I can't be normal. This?
I mean, I don't know anything about that. I've got slime friends who do okay. So, like, you got options, my guy.
Speak right. It sinks into it's turning into more of a puddle now.
Very much gooey.
Yeah, Larry's just like, I mean, it's a little hard to understand you, but it's getting across.
Oh, help, help,
Yeah, man.
help, help.
I mean, I'll do what I can as long as you don't keep attacking and eating my friends. Then yeah.
Just to make things even worse, as you're having this conversation, Playface, this little part of you like gets sucked into the machine and it's just toasted. It's just like on fire, like this is a furnace, like just all these jets of fire like burst out around you. It's like a pie cooking thing, and you're just like, you just feel like this part of you is like gone. It's like completely. It's like not even a question. It's like goodbye.
Yeah.
Tobias tried to grab it, but
For those wondering about the mechanics of that machine, if anybody had gone inside, it would have had the effects of a fireball. So yeah, you totally like melted. Yeah.
Would have been real bad for a bomb to end up in there.
Yeah, super bad.
Well, you know what happens to
don't
clay?
say.
You don't know
Things.
how lucky you were that you sorted out that bomb. So many bad things would have happened if that had gone off anywhere, and especially in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I am a bit sad
yeah.
I am a bit sad that it didn't go into the big square. That's full of cartoon slices, which do not actually cut things into slices. It cuts them into multiple small versions of themselves. So you would have ended up.
bombs.
It would have ended up with like
That would have been so good.
5 tiny bombs. There were so many things that could have happened in this space, and I'm like kind of mad that some of them didn't. But that's one that I was like, please, someone has to
places
go
we can
through.
return to. Places we can return to.
Engineer nearly went through it. I was like, damn it. That would have been funny. Oh well.
That would have been so good.
5 tiny engineers. Everyone's worst nightmare.
God.
Really.
Oh god.
No, just as well. All right, yeah, you seem to have calmed down the remaining glob, and I feel like at this point it feels natural to drop out of initiative. Congratulations, you have survived my little Playface puzzle. Playface was in fact kind of a stooge in this situation, as you may have guessed. The jester sent him to basically fuck up the production. Alibi is the reason that so many things went wrong in a sort of cartoonish, amusing, luck-orientated way today. But that, the swinging crane operation device, that was Playface. Because, like, that was actually, like, on purpose and dangerous and could have, like, really injured someone. Alibi has mysteriously vanished during this conversation because he was just like, bye. I'm gonna roll stealth and get a natural 20 because that appears to be my specialty, you piece of shit. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, so you talk to Playface after the fact, and yeah, Playface was found by Jester. Playface used to be a normal claymation toon, a bit like Morph, if anybody knows what Morph is anymore. It's showing my age. Ancient UK animation, very sweet. But there was a terrible chemical accident, and so Playface became Playface. And sharply reduced intelligence and wisdom, and everyone he tried to approach was like just terrified, especially as Playface realized that he could turn into people, and he tried to use that to make friends, and it was just like uncanny valley and terrifying. And then he did that to the Jester, and the Jester was like, oh baby, you're coming home with me. I can fix you. I'm really good at science. But before I do that, please do this long list of never-ending chores, which usually involve stealing things and or maiming people. So, yeah, Playface was a bad guy, but also kind of a sad guy, and was very much taken advantage of for multiple reasons. And we still don't know. We still don't know what caused that terrible, terrible chemical accident that transformed him all those years ago. One can really only imagine.
We truly do not know.
One can only imagine what kind of irresponsible person would do that. But we'll never know. This is the end of the game. I'm afraid you don't really get any rewards for this. You survive, and you manage to finish the film. And Ratman and Bobbin is not never claimed to be the engineer's finest work, but fuck, it's like a good time. It's like that line about the mummy, you know, like, I can't say a single thing about it being a splendid, wonderful piece of cinematics, but damn, I, like, enjoy it every single time I watch it. It's that kind of a feel-good, stupid movie, and the jester hates it with all his wretched little heart. And that's really,
the gods.
that's really the victory for this game, is like you managed.
That's the true goal.
That's the true goal, is to like send up the worst clown.
The,
in history.
the biggest crime of all is that I'm so sad that there's no camera recording of that absurd sequence with the egg getting pantsed.
I mean, I absolutely am so sad that
it.
that's, like, not animated. I wish, like, it played out in my head so beautifully. I'm sad. I'm sad about it. Like, genuinely. That was so good. Thank you for playing my game. I will let you all escape now, including myself. We went half an hour longer than anticipated.
Thank you, Mud.
But it's fine. It was so worth it. And I love you guys. I hope you did have fun. Sorry it was very confusing.
I love you, Mud.
I sure did.
Thank you.
I love you.
Oh, okay.
You have a good night, Mom.
Thank you. I will stop the
Look
recording.
at this.
I will stop the recording. So if you have any goodbyes, it's time to say your goodbyes.
Bye.
Goops, everyone.
Goops, everyone.